want you guys to be shocked, like all of a sudden be recording and you not know it. I want to catch you doing anything on camera.
I mean, I ain't hiding none. What's up?
I mean, you
What's
say
up?
that now. You say that now, and then all of a sudden you find out that got recorded and it's live
if
on
I
YouTube.
look, all I know is if I do anything crazy and you tab over, that says more about you than it does about me. All right?
That sounds like some Long Beach Griffey. Like, okay, if you don't leave and you stay, that's on you.
Right. If I have my whole ass out and you tab over, you knew my ass was out.
Just everybody look, David ass, just that can be that kind of thing. Okay, so this we are Grown A Geeks. Welcome. Thank you for clicking this link, watching this video, and joining us today. Today's show, this is going to be the first in a series of episodes that we're going to do. We are going to cover our very own Grown A Geeks Top 5. We have tons of categories that we're going to do top 5s on, and I would like to have minimum 4 people. Sometimes we may just run through a particular category. Tonight, I'm fortunate to have everybody. I mean, we got a lot of people on tonight, and I like that. And anytime we can get, I want to thank Denisha for making sure that we got everybody on this one. And she was like, "We gonna record, get on." So she was insistent, and
she was yoking people up in chat. It's like,
she was like, "So what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing?" But it motivated us and it got us here. So thank you to her. Thank you to her for that. But as you can see, joining me today. So joining us today, we do have Denisha, we have David, we have Will, we have Tony. Of course, I'm Sam, and we are Grown A Geeks. And today's top 5. You know what? Just so that I know everybody is correct, somebody else tell me what today's top 5 is.
What's today's top 5?
Well, I know one of them is animated.
And the other one is comedy.
So today's top 5, we're going to cover animated and we're going to cover comedy. Now, for the quick question, poll the group. For the animated, are we going to do animated as the geek category, or are we going to let animated stay as a standalone category?
I did mine just as animated.
Okay. I happen to have one just for animated. I have a separate category for geek. Okay.
I don't have any anime.
I mean, it doesn't have to be anime. It could be 3D. It could be
no. We said animated.
It could be damn Pixar. It could be Pixar.
Well, no, I'm saying because I have anime in my geek.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
I did animated completely, like you said, like Pixar.
See what I did. If I put it in one category, I didn't put it in other categories. But that's me because I like testing myself.
Yeah.
So if it's in one category, it's even though it might fall in like sci-fi and say horror, it's only going to be in one.
I think I have like 2 movies that are crossover, but they're like in different categories. I think there's one in animated that also falls in geek, but
see, a lot of movies do that. A lot of movies can fall in multiple categories, but me, I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna have you in my top 5 over here, then that's what you're going to be. You're not going to be over here too.
I gave myself a pass. I gave myself a pass on the geek category because it's kind of all encompassing.
Right.
Yes.
But then anime also is animated. Sorry, it's just straight up animated. So,
But that was why we decided to do this, so we could see what you think, what I think.
And more importantly, I plan on going back and referencing this video so that I have a whole new watch list of stuff to see and check out that maybe
Sam about
I didn't
to see
know
some
about
new
before.
anime today. Yes, sir.
I got my writing utensil just so when David starts to talk.
Yes, sir.
So when David starts to talk, I'm looking down. I'm not looking
there you go.
And Will is hunting for a writing utensil. Yes. Will, we will just tag the video and I will make sure that it's available to you post with. Okay. So today's top 5 category is going to be animated, and if we have, and time permitting, if everybody jumps in and stays on, then we will jump over into comedy as well. But since we have the anime, the king is here, we're gonna let David kick this thing off with animated.
Let's
Now, if he
All right.
chooses to throw out some anime for y'all, great. But if not, I am curious about what you're looking forward to. So, what you got, David?
All right.
Let's get
All
started.
right. Let me go ahead and pull up my list here. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Hold on. Where did my list go? Wait a minute.
Can't be having that. Can't be losing stuff.
Yo, what the hell? Hold on. Yo, somebody. That's okay. I got you. Hold
Okay, so
I got you. Hold on. All right.
This is what us DJs call dead air. I'm just saying.
No, I got you. All
you
right. I'm
already
ready.
know I don't like that.
I'm ready. I got it. I'm here. I'm
All right.
here. All right.
Good here,
All right. I'm here. All right. Y'all ready for this? You said top five, right? Okay. So, first one is an oldie but goodie. Put your pens down. You might have seen this one already. Don't. Hey, put your pens down. All right. So first on David's top five animated list is Grave of the Fireflies.
Yes.
Yep, I'm not.
Grave of the Fireflies.
Grave of the Fireflies. See, y'all are really writing this down. Y'all are out here.
I mean,
okay.
I mean, I like movies, and I always need something new to watch. And
now I'm gonna be real with you. Grave of the Fire. It's it's heavy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's heavy. Man, it's an old school Miyazaki film. Yeah, so if you've seen Howl's Moving Castle, if you've seen Ponyo, all those feel good movies, get that out of your mind. Ain't nothing. It ain't like that. No.
So
no.
Does this fall under Studio Ghibli?
Yes. Yes, it does.
All right.
I'm pretty sure.
I will. I mean, I'll definitely be checking it out then, just because it's Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, it's really good. So it's a what would be the best way to describe a war tragedy? I guess that would be the best way to describe it as a war tragedy. Like I said, it is quite old. I think I think it came out. I'm gonna look this up just to make sure I don't get this wrong. I want to say it came out in 1988.
Ooh, that is a old one.
Grave of Fireflies. Yeah, Grave of Fireflies came out in 1988. Yeah, so it takes place like right around the end of World War II. So you can kind of make some guesses on what's about to happen in this movie. I'm not gonna say too much more than that because it's if you haven't seen it, it's something to just be seen.
Okay. Grave of the Fireflies.
Grave of the Fireflies.
Now, just out of curiosity, is this your top five in those particular order, or was that number five?
No particular order. No particular order.
Okay.
Just top five in general.
Okay. I didn't know if that was if that's number one and that's what you led with.
No.
You're in trouble.
Right. I was just like, ooh, I don't know if I was ready for that.
No. But I will find myself watching that movie every so often because it is just a really powerful movie, especially if you just like to let the emotions take you like I do. Because I'll start it off. I'm gonna say this one thing and I'm just gonna leave it alone for a little bit. I'll let y'all experience it for yourselves. Your main character dies in the first few minutes of the movie. Just off rip. He's dead. He dead. But
wow, it got a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Not that we really trust Rotten Tomatoes, but it ain't a whole lot of movies get 100 on anything.
No,
it's justified. Trust me.
96% users like this movie on Google users. Metacritic gave it a 94. IMDb gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
I cannot wait to watch this.
That is definitely worth watching.
Why would we lead with him? We were supposed to end with him. No.
I mean, I didn't know he was gonna hit us with the greatest film of all, the greatest animated movie of all time. Jesus, I just thought like, hey, David, you're.
I mean, if you want me, look, we can. You want to round robin this? You want to just go in a circle? Like I gave you one, and somebody else want to give one.
I mean, I'm not gonna let him do all five. I'm gonna just say that somebody else has to go next.
Go. I mean, hey. I mean,
I think his one should count as two.
His one is so good. That's two votes right there.
That's two.
But just for everybody that is looking for it, it is currently available on Hulu if you have any of the Hulu services, whether it be like the premium or the plus or the standard. It's available there, and you can find it on Vudu Movies for $2.99. Yep. And who knows? Maybe if we just like throw that out there for everybody, somebody will thank us and sponsor a video. But yeah, and let's see. Is it on Netflix? It looks like it may be on Netflix as well.
Is it?
I'm double checking now. It has it in the link, so we're doing a quick log on to see if it takes us right to that movie.
No, it's not. I don't think it is, at least.
Okay. It showed it as Netflix.
I want to go now. My list is stupid.
You know what? I got no fear. Like, look, he called a good movie. Good for him. But that doesn't make any of my animated movies any less.
Like I said, I could just relinquish the mic for a little bit. Is that's how y'all act?
You know what? Now look, just because it's my screen that's actually being recorded, you were
y'all
first
need a
on
second.
the list.
Y'all need a second. Just go to the next person.
Okay, so I will go next, and
go ahead, and then yeah.
So everybody that knows, the people that are watching this, you can see the order of how we have it. So David is to my left, Denisha, you're to my right, Will is next, and then Tony. So Tony, you get to bring that fire because you closing out this first round.
What happened?
Damn, Denisha, me, and Tony.
Yeah.
And that's just because that keeps it in order according to what the people are seeing when they watch this video. So,
all right.
Well, David hit y'all with an old school, so I'm gonna go old school too. It was
already
on my list. It was already on my list, and I apologize. There was a bit of confusion when we discussed animated. My first one happens to be an anime.
That's fine.
And I'm sure everybody knows where we're going. And since you came so strong, I got to come strong too.
Let me see it. Let me hear it. Give it to me.
Fist of the North Star. Fist of the North Star is an old school martial arts.
Good.
Post-apocalyptic movie. And they have done a live action for it. Starred Gary Daniels, who is just an amazing martial artist. And I really wish he had more credits to his name. But there was a time when it was very hard to come across anime here in the States. It wasn't nearly as popular. The internet wasn't what it is. It is what it is. Okay, the internet wasn't what it is. And
use your words.
Just when you look for certain content, you would see it it was far and few between, and a few items here and there. Turns out my brother, his father's in the military and was stationed in Japan, so he was very aware of a lot of anime and a lot of the things that were out at the time, and he introduced me to one called Fist of the North Star. And there are scenes in this movie that are joked about to this day, just because they still hold up, like the power of the character. If two guys are getting ready to fight, how you always kind of see the little trope where the swordsman like, and then all of a sudden things just like get sliced in half. This is where this kind of comes from, because in Fist of the North Star, there's scenes where your main character goes to fight somebody, and like they show it for you to view, but it's like the person doesn't even know they've been hit. And when I tell you they gone, like they gone. It is amazing. The visuals for the time, and Fist of the North Star is another one of those like really old ones. So it's not new, but a lot of people are familiar with it.
You ever
And
seen a person get punched so hard their frontal lobe gets caved in?
yeah, yeah. And this one, 1986, falls under animation, and they categorize it as sci-fi. But it is because the post-apocalyptic future, and it's really like to decide how the world's fate is going to progress. The special martial artists are the last hope. That's the only way to kind of sum it up without giving you some of it. But Fist of the North Star, without a doubt, definitely on my top five. Anytime somebody talks about something that somebody had to draw, I'll just say that. So that's my pick. Not as heavy as Grave of the Fireflies,
I mean, it's
but
still powerful though. Still
but
powerful.
still a really good movie. And if you have not seen it, definitely one that I recommend you check out. You can find Fist of the North Star. That is available free on Tubi or Amazon Prime. If you are Amazon Prime subscription, you can catch that movie there. So that's mine. Denisha, what you got, darling?
Here I come. So mine's also from 88.
Oh, we starting old school. All right.
Um, but it is a mix of animation. It is Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Ooh, that's good.
That is a good
That's a
movie.
That
good
is
one.
Like that.
when
That's a
you
good
think
one.
about what they did back then, combining people with animation, that
That's good.
movie
That's hot.
is my mind to
Christopher
this
Lloyd.
day when I watch it. When you look at them combining that, and of course the story, and it's funny and all of that. And Jessica Rabbit, who doesn't love Jessica Rabbit?
You right.
Yeah,
You
that's
right.
it. That woo.
I
You
don't.
right. That's facts. That's
That would,
facts.
and then you know what? That's really cool because Who Framed Roger Rabbit takes me back, and even right now today with all the CGI movies and everything that we have in movies, it still really holds up to watch that movie right now, and it's still excellent.
Yes.
Oh yes.
The the special effects that were used at the time were done so well that I mean that's literally a timeless animated film. That is a great selection. Like that could have been like your number one right there. So let me just specify that these are in no particular order
They are
because
definitely in no particular order, but
now I'm
that
kind of
is
looking at my list again. Like, well, let's see. Maybe we go take that one off because these three hard hitters right there. Okay. Now, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? You know what? That's you should see that. You should have already seen that. Like, I'm
Should
hoping
have.
that that is a part of your life, and if it's not, you need to make it so.
I'm about to say you
Um,
need to correct yourself.
but that was another one. 97% Rotten Tomatoes. Um, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I feel like that's just available. I know it's Disney Plus. It is available
Yes.
Disney Plus because we actually just watched it not too long ago. So when you said that, I was
Hey.
like, yeah, that's a great pick, and that's kind of what made me think how it holds up so well even today. And I know there was a special edition collector's DVD a few years back, and I watched some behind the scenes footage from it and whatnot, and just the way they did some of the animation scenes, very impressive because they recorded the live action and then incorporated the animated parts to fit it. So Bob Hoskins does a great job acting by himself,
yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
only for them to go back and add in the character Roger. And he's got like all these special little, like he's got one part where they have to be handcuffed to one another. And the
Look, man,
handcuffs are like very rigid. So when he moves his arm, it moves the handcuffs.
the direction in that movie was immaculate. Somebody need to pay that director. Somebody need to pay him. Who was the
Bro,
director on that? Hold on.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That one
Yeah.
was.
alright. So that was definitely worth the watch.
Robert Zemeckis.
Hey, yeah.
Robert Zemeckis. So yeah, no, they don't need to pay Robert Zemeckis. He already got money. He back.
Enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Zemeckis got money.
Never mind.
Like,
You
he
got
It
good.
makes sense now.
You good.
He
It
good.
makes
good.
Yeah,
sense.
but that does
Yeah, I'm about to
explain the
say-
level of intricate detail in that movie because it is Robert Zemeckis. But yeah, even the voice work that was done in that, just everything about that movie's great. And there's so many quotable lines. Christopher Lloyd was such a great villain.
Yes.
And they actually incorporated a lot of, like, they had characters from Disney, from Warner Brothers, like Looney Tunes and things like that. Like all these animated characters from all over. And it's actually in the contract for the movie. In order to use the license, nobody could get more screen time than another character. So there's a segment where um, the dueling the dueling pianos.
Yeah.
That was
Um,
great.
they have, I believe that was Daffy Duck and Donald Duck are on stage at that exact time, going back and forth, back and forth. They stayed on screen. They have the same amount of screen time. There's another scene where everybody's kind of listing who or who not someone might be. Everybody has the same line. He wasn't this, he wasn't that, he wasn't this, he wasn't that. And if you kind of go back and look, and of course, this is one of those things now that you know, if you go back and you look at the characters, they kind of go through one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. And that was so that nobody got preferential treatment on screen time. And that's how they were able to get the licensing agreement for all of those characters who are all cartoon characters. So that's my little
Very cool.
fun fact
Very
there.
cool to know.
Little gag trivia for you. There'll be a test at the end, so take notes.
I don't take tests.
All right, Will, what you got? Give us an animated movie.
It's gonna be about Iron Man.
You hear this? You saw that deep sigh? You saw that deep sigh?
Hey, and Iron Man and the Ten Rings. Have you seen that?
No. We gonna keep it old school because that's where I grew up. So that first movie that came to mind for me was Akira.
Ooh.
Anything that makes David.
What you mean you haven't seen Akira? What you mean? Hey, look. Go ahead and put Akira on your list right now. Go ahead.
I just wrote it down. I promise.
Akira was already on my list, so now I got to come up with another animated when we get back to me.
Put an asterisk.
You can just agree with him, and that's because it's in your file. You can agree with Will on this pick.
That is an amazing pick.
That is a really good pick.
And if that is not on your list, it needs to be. And once you watch it, it will probably be on your top 5 moving forward.
It's not on my list.
So it needs to be. And when you watch it, it will probably be moving forward. Akira, man, like,
yo.
You know what, Will? I'm sorry, it's on you. What you want to say about Akira?
Akira is just fantastic. I mean, it does everything that you guys were talking about with the other movies. It stands the test of time and stuff like that. Like they just released the Blu-ray version.
Oh yeah.
This many years, like they just released it for the anniversary, so that. It's a fantastic movie, so that. So if you're all about, like I said, the Neo Tokyo and all that kind of stuff, and a lot of psychic powers and stuff like that, it's really good. Motorcycles, again, I love bikes. So
can we talk about the style in Akira? Like
the art direction was amazing.
Yo.
It has a look that is so unique, despite that one was 1988, and again, like everything that was another one of those movies that was like a slow drip from the introduction to anime. So like sometimes you have some people who are like, they're hardcore anime now, like that's all they watch. More than likely they've seen that and they can still appreciate that type of animation. I don't know what special trick was used to make it look the way it looks, but it has a very unique style. It doesn't really fit like there are some animes. Oh, there we go. That's my next one on the list. There are some. I was about to use it as a reference. Oh, there's an animated movie called. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna say that. But there are some animated movies that come from a particular period, a particular time, and they have a certain look. They have a certain style. Even if you just watch cartoons, you can see the difference in the way Looney Tunes looks now versus the way Looney Tunes looked when it originally came out. A lot of it probably has to do with digital animation and stuff like that. I don't know what tips, tricks that they were using for Akira, but the visual style is mesmerizing and it's still unique to this day. There's not a lot of animated movies, period, that look the way Akira does. That is a great selection, Will.
And when you say iconic, like there are few, like, not even movies. There are a few pieces of media that are referenced as much as Akira is. Like even the iconic bike slide alone is referenced in so many things.
Yeah,
Like
I almost want to like mess with this screen real quick and see if I can pull that up and just show you that scene, but I'm not going
the
to.
the I
You gotta
gotta
go watch the movie. You gotta go watch the movie.
Yeah, you
say,
got to
yeah,
see the whole
you
thing,
gotta watch the movie.
and you need to see it in context. But you will get that. And Akira is available right now on Hulu as well. That one. So if you
I
have a
guess I need
Hulu
to get
subscription,
Hulu because there's nothing on my Netflix.
You need to get Hulu. You need to have multiple sources. All right.
That's the only one I don't have.
You're slacking.
I will say
It's
you
called
could probably
Teenagers.
you
Look,
almost
man.
have to kind of just go through and figure out which one is going to be better. And with the stream, what, we will have a whole discussion on streaming services later.
Let's not
But
do that now.
that is yeah, because that's an easy tangent for me to get off on. All right, Tony, man, good call on Akira, Will.
You know what? I feel like I don't want to even participate since
Nah, run that list. All right, let's go.
Because
all
I
right,
know, like,
you know what? I'm gonna talk about a movie from 1993
okay,
about a wandering Ronin. I'm gonna see if David can pick up on this. A wandering Ronin, and he's fighting a posse of supernatural ninjas. This was one of my only animes that I really
also
got
on my list.
into. I think Sam might know what it is.
Also on my list. That was my number
But
three.
this is
Hold
one
on,
of
hold
the
on.
few that I have seen. It's
Wandering
kind of
Ronin,
it's kind of off. It's
supernatural ninja.
you want me to just say it? It's
Give me,
Ninja
yeah. Go ahead, go
Ninja
ahead.
Scroll.
Oh yeah,
Okay, all right, yeah,
Ninja Scroll.
okay. It
I
took me a
like
second.
that.
It's
I
been
think
so
that was
long
the
since I've
first
seen
movie.
Ninja Scroll, but that is a good pick. That's a really
But
good one.
everybody was screaming out iconic, and I'm sitting here like,
That's
please don't take my only anime.
no,
Please
no,
don't
no,
take my
no, no.
only
That's
one.
like I just haven't seen it in so long. You right. That is that deserves to be up there. Yes, sir. Yes,
And I was
sir.
like, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to Will. I'm like, he's about to say it. Okay, he did good. I know I'm going before Sam, so he can't take it. So I'm
Like
good right
he was one of the
here.
ones is one of my alternates because I got like a list of like 5 alternates. If somebody said something,
That's
See,
my
and
only
since he
one.
picked Akira and you got Ninja
Besides
Scroll, now I
that,
got to come up with another one because
I
both of
had to
those
go
were on
hard
my
tell
on
you.
list.
I'm sitting pretty because I know nobody gonna have my list. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I've seen Ghost in the Shell, I've seen Vampire Hunter D, and I've seen
Hey,
Ninja
hey,
Scroll.
hey, hey, hey.
That's my list.
Sam gotta rewrite his whole list.
I'm calling out the iconic movies.
First of all, your list shouldn't be all anime. So if you,
Dang.
how about that, player?
Mm. Hey.
So yes, Ninja Scroll.
Mm.
I mean, there's a lot going on in that movie too. It's
Where can we find Ninja Scroll at? Let's see.
maybe I should have said a ninja for hire joins forces with
Alright.
cursed
Can we
female
find it?
ninja.
Oh, it is on Hulu. It is on Hulu.
Really?
Yes, it
I
is.
own it. I own it, so I don't care.
All right, well there you go. You can't
All right,
watch
But
it. You can watch it on Hulu.
but after that, there is no more anime on my list.
Oh,
So
I think you can only watch it on Hulu. Uh-oh.
I mean, I have
Well,
other animated movies, but remember I said I had 3 animes on my list? I got to say one because y'all picked 2 of them.
well, I got one, so I'm glad I could say because I
You
was
know
going to
what?
say
And I
no
tried to
matter
pick
what.
the one that, and I thought I picked the one that was most obscure. So I did good. I didn't take anything from anybody else. Everybody got their one in. All right. But yes, I'm going to tell you, I love Ninja Scroll. Like, I don't want you to think I'm not going to take time to talk about some Ninja Scrolls. That is also an awesome one. 1993, so it was a little bit more modern. I mean, we're only talking a couple of years, but it was also one of those that it kind of
Pushed a
set the
lot of
tone for
envelopes.
action. Just fruit punch.
Oh, somebody get mad at me now. All right.
It was just it set the tone for action. Also available on Hulu. So Tony, we got to figure out which of your services you canceling to get Hulu. Cause
I'm saying I got Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime.
Go
well,
ahead, throw Verve on there, bro. Go ahead, throw Verve on there.
yeah, I've learned that Verve is a good one. Honestly, just pick up Hulu. Just get the
Get
add
Hulu.
Hulu for like $5 a month. It's worth it because as you can see, a lot of content's available on Hulu.
Man, if I
Um,
get this, I might as well just not go to work because that's all I'm gonna be doing.
Well, bro, you have a phone.
Look, I'm
Well,
trying to
You
make
have a
sure that
phone.
I'm trying to get us in a position where this is our job and we would be working right now. That's what
When
I'm
you're
working
at home
towards.
watching Hulu, it's research for work. There you go.
That's what I'm
Also,
trying to do. I want to make it so that at some point, this is us at work right now. We just clocked in when we hit record. So if I can get to that point, that's where we
yeah,
aiming for. But that one, 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, and so far, I mean, these are like the
well
perfect
deserved.
picks right here. You
Well
could just
deserved.
take those five movies, and that is like somebody's
That's
top
your week.
five list.
That's your week.
You're
That's
right.
it.
Like, and we haven't even gone through the whole five list. You about to get a gem.
Oh,
This
y'all
is
about to get some homework today. All
like
right.
this
Y'all
is
better get some homework.
this is
Well,
so great. Like y'all,
I'm good on one of your homeworks, so let's see what else you got.
and remember, this is only one category that we picked. Five
Sam
right.
already
people
did.
with the
Sam
top
already did
five
his
lists.
homework on one of the things I recommended him. Mhm.
That's
Yes,
25
sir.
movies right off the rip. Like,
Yes, sir.
All right, so we back to David.
all right,
No,
David.
it's Sam's turn.
No, because I
No,
did
David,
fist of the
he
Oh,
north
did
that's
fist
star.
of
right.
the star.
David
Yeah.
started.
Yeah.
So
All right.
David, what you got?
Hold on.
Okay.
All right, we're ready.
Like he winding up. He finna throw. he
You're right.
finna throw that
All
pitch.
right. Okay. All right. Well. All right. I'm gonna throw y'all a little. I'm gonna throw y'all a little softball on this one. All right. This is a personal favorite of mine. It's not anything super crazy. Um, this is also a little older one. I just checked the date on it. It came out in 1986. Oh damn, shit, for real? Oh fuck,
I was in high school.
yeah.
I
But yeah,
was one.
1986, and
I was
it
two.
is not. It is not anime. It's not anime. I I know, right?
I don't know you anymore.
Well,
Sam, we got an imposter. We got an imposter.
but hey, just because I'm the anime guy doesn't mean I don't
Wait,
have other
wait.
tastes. I
So
have
up
I
is
have a
down,
wide palette.
left is right. I'm confused.
I look. I have a sophisticated palette. Okay.
I think we're in the upside down right now.
All right. Hey, that's fine. All right.
In
Opposite
mirror
world.
dimension.
So what you got? Which name the movie? What we looking for?
All right. All right. So David's one of David's top five is The Great Mouse Detective.
Oh, that was a great movie. I know that movie.
The Great Mouse
Okay,
Detective.
I see
Oh,
you.
she seems so happy.
If you know
I
me,
am because
I am
I'm thinking I'm not gonna know anything that David.
if you know me, you know I'm a big
That was with
Sherlock
Denisha.
Holmes buff, and this is the movie that introduced me to Sherlock Holmes in a way. So
Yeah,
this one holds a very
Great
it
Mouse
holds a
Detective.
near and dear place in my heart. I love it. I love it so much. Uh, it's just great. Like it's got the mystery. It's got the suspense. It's got cute little mouses and rats and all this. It's great. It's got of course it's a Disney movie, so it has musical numbers. Of course it does. But it's great. I love it. It's such a beautifully animated movie as well, and it doesn't make sense how good it is for the time period, you know.
Right.
And I'm trying to like because the movie itself is based on the Basil of Baker Street books, which is also a parody of the Sherlock Holmes books.
Right.
Hmm.
So it's I don't know. It's hard to explain without like just going in and just spoiling everything, which I could. So I'm just gonna.
Think of like honestly, probably the best way to describe it would be like think of your standard Professor Moriarty type character who wants to take over the mouse world. And
Oh, Radigan.
the
Oh, Radigan.
right. And the mouse detective, Basil, he has to thwart his plans, and he goes through a nice bit of Sherlock Holmes-esque moments,
Yes.
and it is very, very, very entertaining. And like you said, I mean, it's probably during the golden, like it's something that would probably be in the Disney vault, I would expect at this point.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I saw that it was available. Uh,
It is
Disney
on Disney
Plus.
Plus.
There you go. Disney Plus. See, Disney Plus is the
I
vault.
have that one.
So here you go. This is one you
So
can
there you
check
go.
out. And
I got that one.
I
Yeah,
like
can
that
we
pick.
talk-
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
I mean
Like
that just kind of now that ooh, I would even put that under nostalgia.
That's what I was saying. Like I got a couple crossovers. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that one
I
takes
got a
me
couple.
back.
I got a couple, but there it is.
Okay.
There's one of my crossovers.
And that one you can find, Great Mouse
Okay,
Detective, you can find on Disney Plus right now. So, not just going to tell you, like, get these movies and have you go on a wild goose chase. If we can help you find them, we will help you find them.
Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at the Rotten Tomatoes. It's got 79 each on the tomato meter and the audience score. So, not bad, not bad, not bad.
But the
So,
audience score was actually, like, the Google reviews, 94% of the people like that movie. So, that's a good pick. Like, fear not on that one.
man.
Yay. And I know that one.
Can't leave
So,
everybody in the doubt. I can't leave you in the dark. Can't do it.
Thank you.
I am going to bring things a little bit more modern. And we're going to get right into some of the ones that you would expect from me. Flashpoint. 2013.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I knew it.
Of course.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Hey, I didn't want nobody to be shocked. I didn't want nobody to be surprised. I didn't want to disappoint nobody. Yes, Flashpoint, despite the fact that Superman isn't the main character. Ooh, see, I know that's what y'all were thinking. Y'all thought I had some there. But
The list ain't through yet.
Yeah, that part.
I didn't say nothing.
I mean, the fact that he might be in some of the other ones doesn't mean that, I had to adjust two of mine, okay? So, but no, Flashpoint was definitely on my list from the beginning. In fact, when I thought of like favorite top 5 animated, that was actually the very first one that came to mind. Then Akira, then Ninja Scroll, then Fist of the North Star. That was actually the order. So I give you all credit for coming up with my movies before me. Like those were on my list, but if that was the first one you thought of,
alone because I knew that was on your list. I knew.
Nobody questioned that. There was no thought that wasn't going to be the case.
But I say it's going to show up at some point. I just know it was not a matter of if, when.
There's one other movie that I left alone that's more of a general, but like I said, I'm gonna wait to see if anybody says it.
Well, again, 100 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Flashpoint is without a doubt one of the best comic series. It is one of the best animated series. They're about to adapt that thing into a whole live action movie. And they have created some amazing characters from the Flashpoint paradox. It's actually called the Flashpoint paradox. And that was 2013. Of course, you can find that on HBO Max. I want to say if you have the DC app, I actually think it is available on the DC app. You can find it on.
Isn't all the DC stuff get merged into HBO Max though?
I think it's in process. I'm not sure.
They've not stated officially that that's how it's going to go down, but the writing on the wall is that yes, that is how it's going because all of the exclusive DC Universe app content is suddenly available over here.
Because I was sitting here for the longest time trying to find out where I could watch that Harley Quinn series, and it just showed up in HBO Max one day, and I'm like, all right, well here I am now. Cool.
So
this is my life now.
Another series, if you haven't seen it, you need to check out is The Harley Quinn series on HBO Max. That's very good.
Hilarious.
But it does show that it's available Amazon Prime for $2.99, Vudu Movies $2.99, YouTube for $2.99, and Google Play Movies. But you can watch it for free if you have HBO Max. I say for free, but odds are you're already paying for that. Ergo, blah blah blah. But yeah, so here's the story. The Flash's mother is she's one of those characters like all the great characters have this tragic backstory, and one of the backstory elements for the Flash is that his mother was murdered, his father was framed for the murder, and that's why he goes on to start working for the police and become a CSI uh, investigator so that he can kind of learn about that type of stuff. He wants to be able to prove that his dad's innocent. Well, in this one, he's having a bad day, thinking about his mom. He's all sad. He goes for a run. That's what the Flash does. Apparently, when he gets stressed, he goes for a run. Ends up running back in time and decides that he doesn't want his mother to die. So he goes back in time, stops the murder of his mother, and when he does that, that sets off a series of events. That's like that whole like you can't change anything in the past because it alters the future.
Mm-hmm.
It is amazing, and the stuff that happens, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it because anything else I say begins to spoil it. So, but you gotta see it. Flashpoint Paradox, 2013 HBO Max. Definitely one of my top five. Tadisha, hit us with another.
All right. So this is a Disney movie. Um, Inside Out. Did you guys see that?
Inside Out was good.
I got
This
kids.
movie was.
I got kids.
My kids saw
Oh,
that.
oh yeah, sorry. People have kids. I
Yeah,
forget.
I got kids.
But it wasn't, like I am crying in the theater. But what I loved about the movie was it really
Sadness.
to children, you do need to embrace the low points, the happy points. Being sad is just as important as it is being happy. And you shouldn't try to fake being happy all the time. So bad, so sad in that movie. But visually, it was great. It held my attention the whole time. The storyline was great with the little girl, and she's moving, and this is hard, and it was so great. It was so great.
I love the way the animation goes. Like you see her when she starts, and how bright she is, and how her color changes throughout, and it's so visually storytelling. It's not just about what they're saying and stuff like that. Just you can just watch the movie without any words and stuff like that, and still understand what's happening throughout the course of the movie. So.
I think the emotions were so well represented by the characters, the models themselves, right down to like anger, his head catching on fire. You know what I'm saying? Sadness.
And joy being so
Yeah, sadness. Like joy being and even just the differences between them. I like the representation of how memories are kept. Um, and how sometimes we don't really think of something, but then when we recall something, it's a specific emotion that has that control of that particular memory, and that was one of those like really deep moments. And yeah, Inside Out is a great pick. We got some good movies on this list, you know that, like it's a good list.
Yes, sir.
So Inside Out came out 2015. It is animated, of course. It is available on Disney Plus. Got a 98 Rotten Tomatoes, 8 out of 10 for Internet Movie Database, 91% Google viewers, um, and just a really, really good, a great voice cast too. Now that I think about it, great voice cast. They did a great job with that.
Oh yeah, the lady from The Office being Sadness, that was perfect.
Yeah,
absolutely. And
that was Phyllis. Phyllis from The Office.
Phyllis, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
that was great. But I love that you had two different stories going on. So you had the inside with the emotions, but you also had the stuff that was going on with the little girl. And yeah.
and how it affected the emotions themselves.
Mm-hmm. Inception.
It's a good pick. All right, Will. Oh, Disney Plus. I did mention that Disney Plus available
Yes.
for Inside Out, Amazon Prime for $2.99, Google Play Movies for $2.99, and right here on YouTube for $3.99. So a lot of options there. Definitely check out Inside Out if you haven't seen it. Will.
Trying to say, do I want to stay in anime or do I want to pull it out a little bit? Freaking. All right. I'm gonna stay within anime with that. But mine has a preamble. My next one's about that is I love the movie. The movie is really good and stuff like that. I really think that you need to watch the series going into the movie to make sure that you understand what's going on. So, Neon Genesis.
Which one? Which one? Which one?
David got hype over that one.
Which one?
I mean, there's a
Angelina, and the movie is The End.
Okay, the end of Evangelion. Okay, all right.
And the thing is, and they're on Netflix and stuff like that. You got The End and Death. They're both there. But I really like this movie. Again, these are some of the animes. This is one of the animes that I got into when I start like going into high school and all that kind of stuff. Like around that time, like I'm getting ready to go into high school, and this one was introduced to me because the first animes that I watched and stuff like that were terrifying to me because I didn't understand them. I ended up watching Biohunter and Wicked City thanks to a friend of mine.
Ooh.
It was like,
he didn't like
hey,
you?
anime with that? Yeah.
He didn't prepare you for that?
No. Freaking.
That's not your friend.
I was like, what? He like you?
He's my brother.
That's not your friend.
So,
Actually, that is a friend. You're supposed to let you walk into stuff like that.
No,
yeah,
not like that. No, not like that.
Yeah.
You can't just walk into that one.
I was not ready. It's like that. But this is one of the ones that got me into it. And this is one of the first anime movies that I saw to really get to experience like how they can transition from a show to a movie and what they could do and stuff like that. So this is one of the ones that just stuck with me over time, and I haven't let it go. So
now they have two movies.
Yeah, there's two movies of that. I mean, The End is the one that I watched and stuff like that. That was the first one I watched and stuff like that. I don't know anything about the other one, but they are all on Netflix, the entire series and the movies.
See, in most cases, I tend to think of that as a show, but yeah, they do have the movies, and that's why I was curious.
Well,
like,
they have there's Death and Rebirth, and then there's the End of Evangelion, and then they have the Rebuild series of films. There's supposed to be 4 of them. The 4th one hasn't come out yet. So right now in total, there's like 5 movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the one that stuck with me. This is the one that I watched. It's about. But that's because I don't know. I'm not the king of anime over there, so with that. So I stick with what I know.
Now, would this one be the one? Is this the one called The End of Evangelion?
Yes.
The End of Evangelion. Okay, so that one, as you mentioned, available on Netflix. Good pick. 88% Rotten Tomatoes, so certified fresh there. 8 out of 5. Oh, excuse me, not 8 out of 5. 7 out of 5.
About to say, who's grading that one? Yo,
what's that Common Core math everybody doing?
I see it. Did you see that one 7 out of 5 would do again? Like, but no, it has an 8.5 out of 10 by myanimelist.net. So people that are just judging anime by itself gave it an 8 out of 8.5 out of 10. So yeah, that is
and the Evangelion is really, really good.
That is a great pick.
The movies did what the end of the anime did. Makes sense.
That's one of the reasons why. Like that's the main reason why freaking this movie like I like.
Fun fact about the end of the anime. The budget ran out. That's the only reason. Like it was great, and then the last two episodes is like, yeah, we're out of money. So I don't
Like, see,
know,
don't
man.
they normally do like a clip show when they do something
No,
like that?
no, not this guy. No, he was gonna get his word out, but I don't know what kind of fever dreams Shinji was having at the end over there, dog. Oof, ooh wee. Let me tell you, that was a dark time for Evangelion fans. It was a time, but then the movies came out, so everything's all good now. So
Got some new money and went and made his movies and was good again.
oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
All
You
right,
gotta finish it. Gotta finish it.
cool. Tony, hit us with another animated.
All right, so this one has an all-star cast. Well, for me, because you know where I'm going with this. Just want you to look.
You better
I
not
want
say
you-
my movie.
I don't care if it is your movie.
Dang.
Oh,
It's
my
fine.
movie is Mask of the Phantasm.
Mm,
Oh
okay.
yeah,
Threw it
Kevin
out there.
Got a little attitude, I see.
He done did it.
Kevin
Okay.
Kevin Conroy,
Yeah.
Mark Hamill.
Talk to him.
For our old school people, a Vagoda was in it. A lot of people don't know
Talk to
that.
him.
He was in that. He was, I think, Salvatore, what's his name? Balestra? I think that
Talk
was his
to
name.
them.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
I'm just saying,
Mask of the Phantasm.
Talk to
one
him.
of one of the greatest Batman stories, not just movies, stories of all
Talk to him.
time.
Talk to him.
I mean, it's
Mm.
there. If you wanted it, you should have said it earlier.
That's right.
I gave you the
It's an
first round.
alternate. It's fine.
I gave you the first round for free. You
It's
should
an
have took it.
alternate.
It's like, you can just have that. You can
I
have it.
told you. You went somewhere else. You didn't take it.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
You got anything to
It's an
say about it?
alternate. No,
Yeah,
it's an alternate. It's
It's an
Say it was
alternate
on her
now.
list. Don't get it.
It
Don't
was
get it
on her
twisted. It
list.
was on
Yeah,
the list. It was an
it's
it
an
alternate.
was on the list.
It's an alternate now. It's an alternate now.
No, it's been an alternate.
Okay, if you say so.
That means
It's
she
a top
got better
10. It's in
Batman
there.
movies than you. That's what I'm hearing her say. She didn't say that, but that's what I got from that. If Mask of the Phantasm was an alternate, that means she got better picks. I'm curious.
I tell you what, we can go Batman movie for Batman movie.
I mean, he ain't got but like 30 of them, so I mean,
This ain't no
You know,
versus battle. Excuse me.
DC forgot that they had other characters for a long time. Like, they were
I'm
just
saying.
like, I mean,
But yeah, Mask of the Phantasm, it's an older movie, 93, but go watch it. I mean, I can't say too much about it because
Quality
Kevin Conroy,
transcends time.
well, one
Kevin
of the
Conroy
important
and-
things about that is that is using the Batman the animated series as the backdrop. So it is a movie that takes place in that universe time period.
same style, same everything.
Right. So you get all the goodness that is Batman the animated series in a movie. And it
And it does
being
well
a standalone story, that is like it's a great pick. 84% Rotten Tomatoes, 92% like the movie Google users. Available on Netflix right now if you have it. You can also
is.
find it
It
on
is.
Vudu Movies, Amazon Prime, and right here on YouTube for $3.99. So a lot of options to watch that, but I think pretty much everybody has many people have Netflix, so you can just jump right on Netflix and watch it there. I don't know that one is available. Actually, that might be available on the DC Universe app. I would expect that it would be. I'd have to look to say for sure. But all right, so we are knocking them out here. All right, so
That's
what are
2
we
or
on?
3.
Round 3 now?
That's
We're on
3.
round
Yeah.
3.
All right, we're on 3 now.
This is-
All right.
All right.
Oh.
David.
All right. So,
Hold on,
all
hold on.
right.
Buckle up, people.
He ready now. All right.
All right. So, we back to the anime now. All right.
Of course.
Of course. Time for some homework. Nah. So this one's just a personal favorite because y'all are look. I'm not gonna say the title just yet because if I say it, well, if I say what it's based off of, y'all just gonna guess it. So number three for me is Mass Effect Paragon Lost.
Is there anything that a person would need to fully enjoy Paragon Lost? Is there something you would recommend they do?
Well, in fact, there is something that I would recommend that everybody do before they watch Mass Effect Paragon Lost, and that is play the damn games. Play them games.
Yes.
Play them. Play
Yes.
the Mass Effect games. Get some culture in your life. All right.
Play
Come
the
on.
first three Mass
One of,
Effect games.
one
I
of
have
the
a
one of the
question.
best space operas out there ever. Come
I
on.
have a, I have
Come
a
on.
question. I
First,
have a
first
question.
three. Play the first three.
Is that a first person shooter?
It's a third person shooter, RPG.
Okay. All right, I can play that one then.
All right.
Me and first person shooters don't get along.
Let me tell you what this game is. It is a third person shooter. It is a turn based action. It is an RPG. It is a story driven space opera, as he pointed out.
Yes, sir.
Your
Yes, sir.
choices
Yes,
make the
sir.
difference.
Matter of fact, hold
I'm
on.
trying to look it up.
I was going to.
This.
Since we doing it.
You want this? The whole look. How many discs come with this?
Since we doing it. Since we doing it, boy. Hold on. Since we doing it, man. Just
I mean,
the original
I can
case.
run
There
it.
we go.
Are we going there? Are we going there, fellas? Because it's right there. I can go get it.
Hey, go get it. Go get it.
I can go get it.
Go get it.
I can hold up a Wi-Fi router box. I can't hold it. That's all I got right now.
Look at that.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Do it. We gonna do it. Sam gonna do it too. And with the reversible case too. With the reversible case, yes sir. Yes sir. Come on.
Wait.
So Denisha,
I don't have it.
since we don't have that, we can talk about something else like
I'm trying to. I'm like, let me Google
Nah,
it.
she trying to Amazon that right now. Let's go.
Like, show me the picture. Which one I need?
So you need to play. You play Mass Effect 1. You need to play Mass Effect 2, and then from there, watch the movie. Then play Mass Effect 3, and then like if you feel like it, I guess you can play Andromeda. I suppose.
Now, one of the great things about playing Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, if you load your save game information from 1 when you play 2, all of those choices carry over and have different effects in 2. And then when you play 3, since you have your save game data from 1 and the choices you made in 2, that gives you different options in 3.
Oh, that's cool.
It's so
And
good.
down.
That was one of the most amazing things I had seen in a video game when I was playing. When I played through Mass Effect 3, and was able to load my save game data from Mass Effect 2, which had my stuff from 1. There's a character. There's a character in the game. It's an NPC, non-player character, so it's just somebody that you've interacted with a time or two.
I think I know what you're talking about.
On the Citadel, and
Conrad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like when you come back and you talk to this guy in the third one, you see directly how the choices that you made in the other games have affected his life. And it's mind-blowing conceptually to think like finally a game where your choices have weight. So anything that says Mass Effect on it, I'm all in. I'm on board. No question. I knew he was going to do that.
I gotta get them books. I need them books. I need them books.
I need
them books.
But yes, that's what I was saying there. In 7, like Mass Effect.
You gotta earn the stripe. I'm telling you.
Me and Tony are like that.
I'm in these streets. But we're talking about the movie. We
gonna go back to the movie. Now
we getting far ahead.
Give us an idea of what this
that
movie
tells
is
you
about.
how good this is.
Yes.
It's so good that we took like 10 whole minutes just to talk about the games that made the movie.
We ain't even
That's
got
how
to the
good
movie
it is.
yet.
We ain't even got back to the movie yet. We still talk about the games that led up to it. So
Man,
tell us more about this movie, David.
man. All right, so who pinging? Anyway, so Paragon Lost takes place during 2 and before 3. You follow is he a lieutenant at this time? Yeah, he's a lieutenant, I believe. Yeah. So you follow you follow Lieutenant James Vega, and he's basically he's just trying to make sure one of the Earth colonies on a different planet doesn't get destroyed. And there's a lot of the choice making that you've had to make in the games. There's a lot of character interactions that you see in the game. It translates so well to a movie that I am excited yet fearful for a live action Mass Effect movie, because it could go south, or it could be really good or really bad.
You're gonna piss a lot of people off if it goes south.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be right there. I'll be in the front of the pack. But I'm not gonna like a lot of these movies that I'm gonna tell you about. I'm just not gonna tell you too much about them because they are experiences. You have to see them. You must enjoy these with your own eyes, and your own ears, and make your own decisions from this. But this is what I feel. Mass Effect Paragon Lost is probably one of the best video game based movies ever.
Would you
Like
say
one of them. Look, look, don't do this, all right? We all know that Super Mario Brothers was the best video game movie ever. Now, come on now.
Mortal Kombat
I
2
don't know now.
was the
You forget
best.
Double Dragon was a thing. You forget Double
I don't
Dragon was
know,
a thing.
man. I don't know. Super Mario Brothers was hitting real hard, dog. I don't know.
Mario Bros, Double Dragon, Street Fighter. I mean, it's contenders.
Mortal
Oh, I
Kombat.
forgot about Double Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that was one of those featuring Mark Dacascos, who like was really the only one did any fighting in the movie.
Yes, sir. But yeah, no, Paragon Lost is really good. You should check it out.
Right, because that could be ranked as one. Star Trek didn't have a video game, right? Because I'm gonna just throw them in there just because.
Kinda.
Star Trek, like
but it was based on the newer movies.
Video game releases. I wouldn't say that they have video games. They have video game releases, stuff that comes out.
Yeah.
That is a video. That is a.
Like you can be on the bridge.
Playable, interactive.
You can be on the bridge. Well, no, they had the one based off the newer movies.
I just wanted to throw my hate for Star Trek out there. That's all. Nothing much.
Oh, I mean, you can hate on
at every opportunity.
The video game was trash.
But you know what? You don't get to play as Shatner.
This is true.
So you don't really get to be too upset about it.
Let me say one thing though, that is the greatest. Polka Dot Man.
What?
Polka Dot Man. Polka Dot Man.
We're doing this again.
He's not gonna let that go.
Polka Dot Man.
Okay, so moving on. We got Paragon Lost. Let's see, David. I'm sorry. I apologize. I did not tell them where they can find.
It's all good. We took a whole 3 years talking about the games itself.
So Mass Effect Paragon Lost, 2012 animated movie. That
production
one is,
IG baby.
Let's see, where would they would be able to find that? On Hulu. Look at Hulu.
Look, hey, this is just telling you right now. You can go ahead and subscribe to Hulu. Go ahead, hey Hulu.
I mean, so far, like everything we've mentioned, just about everything we've mentioned has
Feel free to drop a sponsorship, Hulu. You know, I'm wearing your colors.
You know, like so far everything we've mentioned has been Hulu or Disney Plus, and kind of impressed by that. But yeah, it's also available Amazon Prime and Vudu Movies for $2.99. Paragon Lost. There's a whole little trailer. So yeah, check that one out. That one is a lot of fun there. And of course, I would agree. It's one that you could get into a little bit easier if you play the games. It's gonna have a little bit better um, translation for you.
Now,
But
don't get it twisted. You can watch it all by
I was
itself.
about to
It's
say,
fine.
but I think
You
it's
can.
important to point out that you could just watch that movie.
Yes.
Playing the games is not a prerequisite. You might enjoy it a little bit more, but you should play the games anyway because they're just good games. But don't feel like you got to play the games in order to watch this movie.
Nah,
So,
I'm gonna tell people
Denisha,
to
you
play the
could go
games
right
anyway.
in and watch this movie if you
That's
don't
not
play the
what
game.
David said.
You can go ahead
Tony,
and play the
you
games
don't have to play
He
the
anyway.
had
games
not said
first.
that.
Just watch
Nah,
this
Tony.
movie.
Nah, Tony. You need to go ahead and play the games anyway.
Well, I think I can go ahead and get them because they're probably pretty cheap right now.
Yes, they are. So you
So
have no excuse. You could probably get Mass Effect 3 for like $2 right now.
I'm good with that. I got that in my pocket.
There you go. Hey, there you
You
go.
could, you could probably get the
There
digital
you go.
collection somewhere and just like get
Nah,
all three of
my
them.
kids been in my pocket, so I don't even have that.
Right, look, man. I'm telling you right now, dog. You can get all three games for like $10. I forgot. I guarantee it. You
Let me
find
get
all
on.
three games ten
I'm gonna get
bucks.
on eBay. I'm gonna get on eBay right now.
There you go.
There you go.
Jump on
All
that.
right.
Okay, so
All right,
You have movie
Sam.
recommendations and game recommendations here, baby. Yes, sir.
2 for 1. Look at it. Look at
That's
it.
why
See,
I
you
like
stuck
y'all.
around.
Yeah.
You made it to round 3. Look at you. You're getting all kind of gems.
Yeah. Y'all get, all right. Now I'm
All
gonna let
right.
you know right now. These next two for me, y'all gonna be digging for them because these. I know y'all ain't heard of these. I know
Okay,
y'all
okay.
haven't. So go ahead and get them pens ready.
Well, I'm going to. Mine is going to be pretty easy, and mine is going to be a very common one, and just for a little bit of variety to kind of shock you to show that I have, a diverse palette as well. Um, Toy Story.
Oh,
You
Okay.
know, I had that on my
Can't
list and I took it off.
Toy
can't
Story.
can't.
Toy Story 1. Um,
yeah.
just the idea that our toys have their own lives conceptually blew my mind.
I hope not,
And
because my
you
toys
get
are
to
I
spoiled.
was
like,
gonna say I always thought mine. I was trying to sneak in on mine all the time. I always thought they were doing stuff when I was in
and
there.
well, I mean, it's like when, I'm sure anybody, well, first of all, if you're a geek, you probably have not lost your imagination. So I promise you, when I was younger and I was playing with my G.I. Joes and they had whole lives and backstories, and it didn't matter what the comic said, or it didn't matter what the cartoon said, or even the little character info card. And I used to collect those. I would cut the card, I would cut them out, and I kept them in a index card holder. I had all my character cards separated. Like that was my thing. But the idea that like when I walk out the room, my GI Joe men would like have to stress like, oh man, he had me in the dirt today, and da 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 da, and like they had whole lives, and their purpose in life was to make me happy, was to be a child's toy. That by itself is a movie. Then you take those characters and you have them interact with one another, and they have their own stories to tell. They have their own adventures and things they have to go through, and it's just like it's almost Inception. I mean, it's just layers upon layers in this movie, and they've managed to do 4 films based on it, and we've watched these characters grow and everything else. But Toy Story is just such an amazing concept to make into a movie, and
It definitely made you feel bad about giving up some of your toys. Like, oh,
right, right, and it was like you we were talking the other it was funny, we were talking the other night about child's play and stuff like that, and it's like there's another instance where you have a toy that comes to life when you're not around, maybe not the kind of toy you would want, but if you think about it, it's still like they had the My Buddy dolls and the Kid Sister dolls, and Teddy Ruxpin and all these other dolls that these toys that we've grown up with the idea that this toy is alive, and they've kind of tried to give us that idea, that mimic that you're responsible for this toy's well-being, and this toy is alive and it has a life of its own. And then you go and watch Toy Story, and these toys are alive and they do have lives of their own. And it's just, I love Toy Story. I've watched all of them. I've watched the shorts, the whole nine, and great cast. Like the voice acting was
Outstanding. Outstanding cast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's one that you would call an ensemble cast, where I mean they got a lot of names that um, Don Rickles, Sean Wallace Shawn, John Ratzenberger. So it's like you hear these voices and you know these characters.
Mm-hmm.
You know where these people are from, and you know it's just such a great film, and I love it, and it's great. And Toy Story is my next one. So,
What I like about it, and I'll go on that because Don Rickles and stuff like that, he was great and stuff like that, and how much respect they had for him when he passed away. They didn't change his voice in the movie. They did everything they could, take pieces
Mm-hmm.
from every other movie to
Yeah,
put him back together in that movie.
because
Was fantastic.
you can't replace Mr. Potato Head. You can't.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's
No,
no
now I
way.
want to cry again.
Oh, don't cry. We ain't here. We ain't there yet. We ain't there yet. We ain't
Toy
there
Story
yet.
is so great.
It is.
it's just I'm kind of just glancing through this cast list again, and I'm just like, I can hear every character. So yeah, Toy Story is that's my pick, and I think it is one of the best anime. Definitely a top five, and you have four movies to choose from, and a lot of like little side things and shorts and stuff. And Toy Story has its own collection on Disney Plus. Like it's
Yeah.
not just you can find the movie. There's like the Toy Story collection. Like they have the Disney Vault, the Marvel collection, Star Wars collection, the Toy Story collection.
National Geographic.
Yeah, like it's its own category on Disney Plus. So check that one out. Now, before we make Denisha cry, because even though I was getting a little verklempt, uh, Denisha, let's go. What you got?
Here I come in. So it is very hard for me to really love an animated Batman that's not Kevin Conroy.
Uh-oh. Here we
Just
go.
is. But
But
Ooh. Ooh. She came in strong with it
but
too.
I
She
know
came in strong with it too. Let's go.
I
Let's
feel-
go.
I feel
under
very
the
confident.
red hood,
Yes,
I
sir.
knew it. I knew it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
what a
sir.
phenomenal movie
Yes, for a lot of reasons, and I'm
for
There you
glad I.
go.
so many
There it is.
reasons.
There it is. There it is.
Okay, You know what? You go ahead because I don't
Go,
want to
go,
say
let,
your thing.
let her have it. Let her have this hers.
The
Let her have it.
story, the morality of Batman, the struggle with that, with Jason, with Dick, like with Joke, him saving the Joker and the flashback at the end. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Like I said, I was like, this isn't Kevin. This isn't even Mark Hamill. And I am into this movie.
Yes,
Look at Sam. He's all
So
giddy.
hard.
Look at him.
because that was
It's
one that
animated.
like. Remember he talked about Mask of the Phantasm. I was like, well, there, if that was her alternate, she must have a better Batman movie.
First of all, that's not a better Batman movie. They're
Ah,
all
here we
great.
go.
Don't.
Oh,
Here we
You're
go.
Right.
you're not
Here
going to
we
disrespect
go.
Mask of the Phantasm. You're not
Here
going
we
to do
go.
that.
Oh no! No disrespect. No disrespect. I
I'm
was quick.
saying it was great
Continue.
because it didn't have those elements that make me love Batman, like Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. Like I'm in it. They are Batman, they are Joker. So for me to have loved that movie so much speaks
That
to
is my third favorite animated Batman movie. Number 3.
Batman Ninja was better than Mask of the Phantasm. I see his drop. I saw his face drop. I saw his face drop. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted.
I tried to
That's
hold
all,
it.
that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted.
Woo,
All I wanted to see
Pokemon
that
wet.
face drop real quick. He's like,
I tried to hold it.
oh, oh, that was good.
definitely under the red hood. That
You know what? I'm glad
Number
I'm
3.
recording this. I'm gonna go back and use that as my triggered meme.
Oh man.
Yes.
Mhm.
So some of the things you mentioned that made this one great, and you couldn't believe how much you enjoyed it. Bruce Greenwood was actually Batman in this movie, and it was not Kevin Conroy. And that is not to take away anything of the phenomenal work that Kevin Conroy has done as Batman. And there are some people who would argue that Kevin Conroy is their Batman. So I don't want to pull anything from that.
He is my Batman. I would not deny it.
But I have to say that this turn, and we had this conversation once. There was a conversation we had in our group thread. You can scan. Where is it? It's over here. You can scan the QR code right there and find our group on Facebook, Grown A Geeks. We have these kind of discussions from time to time. But there was a whole. We did. I think Tony, you put up a thread about who someone's favorite Joker was. I pointed out then that Joker from Under the Red Hood is without a doubt one of the best portrayals of Joker, because
did a good job. He did a good job.
He has, not only does he have that real
menacing, he was calculating, like, oh.
They took all of the elements that make Joker Joker, and I feel they did a better job of showcasing all of it, as opposed to just him being like, oh, he's so wacky and crazy, and oh, he's psychotic.
Yeah, he was. You were fearful. Like, this is real. This was dark.
He really seemed a bit unhinged, but then like broke into laughter, and you realize that that's still the Joker. And it's like, that's the kind of Joker that I would like to see more on screen. And honestly, I believe, and we're just gonna go there, I believe that's the kind of Joker that we would have gotten from a Jared Leto. Looking at that character, because he was very gangster, but he was also a little psychotic, very brutal, and this Joker from Under the Red Hood, one of the really cool things about it was at the beginning you have the Death in the Family storyline that shows right there at the beginning, where they have Jason Todd. He's in the warehouse. He's in
like a warehouse. Yep.
You've got the whole crowbar bit. Then, boom. Then we get the information as to how we get to today. This guy's just in town, Red Hood. We don't know what's going on. You follow through. Now, because you've been watching the movie up to this point, you know who the character is, but, watching Batman go through the discovery and seeing what's what, the way that unfolds, like you said, the emotion that was there towards the end. Joker has his line. He's talking about taking these pictures. He's like, let's get one of you and me. Then me and the kid. Then me and the crowbar. It's just like, it is so great. And it's just, it showcases everything that makes Joker Joker, but it also really gets down to the dynamic. There's some things said in this that I think a lot of people have been afraid to ask that question when it comes to Batman, and they went right there. How many people, you know what? Go watch it, because I'm not going to quote the line. I could, but go watch Under the Red Hood and see if you don't have a difference of opinion, if you don't view him a little bit differently. And I think everybody did a great job, and that is,
Yeah, shout out. That's John DiMaggio right there. Like
John DiMaggio as the Joker.
I think he plays Bender on Futurama. Freaking so. I loved him freaking for forever and a day, and he played freaking Marcus in Gears of War in Phoenix and stuff like that. Like, he's done a lot of work so that he did this role beautifully. So I'm all for that. That was good. Why you gotta make me follow that?
And another one of those rare 100% Rotten Tomatoes, Under the Red Hood. What was Mask? Okay.
It does not matter.
It does not even matter.
Is it 100?
You heard what I said.
I can't hear you. Is it 100?
It doesn't matter. It
So
was
you can catch
100%. People still can be wrong.
Damn.
That just
Five
means
out
a
of
hundred.
five dentists say brush your
It just
teeth.
means
Like,
those
okay,
everybody that's in them 100% are idiots. That's all that means.
Damn.
let's see.
I
So
said it.
you can
You
catch.
know what
Damn.
they say? 4 out of 5 people
It'd be
recommend.
funny if 95%
Tony is
of
the
the
fifth
people also
person.
voted for Batman. Phantasm.
What was that?
If
So look,
95% of the people that are idiots also,
but guess what? Those the 5% that didn't were the ones that were born after it came out, so they never watched it, so they don't know about it. But now they do.
Okay, I
You
could.
got
I
the
could
younger
just.
generation watching Under the Red Hood, but you got the more mature generation know about Mask of the Phantasm.
I'm not taking anything away from Mask of the Phantasm,
Yes, you are. Don't
but it
start.
ain't Under the Red
That
Hood.
Start.
is.
Look,
You
but
just
it
keep
ain't
talking
Under
about
the Red
Superman.
Hood.
He said, yes, you
It's an
are.
alternate. It's a great movie.
Look, like I said, third best.
I would
Third
put
best
both of them
Batman
on the
movie.
list. I would put both of them on the list. Not my
And
personal
it
list
would
because it's
still be,
Batman,
if I made
but
my top 5 Batman movie list, it would still be number 3.
okay, you
All
I
can
right,
said
catch
it.
you
Will.
can catch Batman Under the Red Hood on HBO Max. It's also available on YouTube, Google Play Movies, and Vudu and Amazon Prime for just $2.99. And I do know that you can find that one on the DC Universe app. Although I have it over there on it's also available on Blu-ray because I've got there. But that is one.
also
So
available on Sam's shelf.
well, we
Also
were having a
available in
conversation
our
one
movie
time. I was
collection.
talking about movies so good that you have a copy so you could let somebody borrow it if you needed to. That that's one of those
I ain't
movies.
letting
Like
y'all
if
borrow
you haven't,
nothing.
No, that's why I get the Blu-rays and the DVDs. You can borrow the DVD, but you can't take the Blu-ray.
you got to keep my Blu-ray.
Y'all
There
can
you
I'll take a screenshot of the movie and send it to you.
That's crazy.
go.
That's
You
crazy.
know
That's
what?
all I
Here's a
can do for you.
link,
You're
and you
wild.
can just log in and pay for
Tony,
it.
you would let me borrow a movie?
I might
No.
let you borrow it, but I gotta watch you because you give it to somebody.
That's crazy.
You get drunk and forget everything.
Yeah, that would probably be.
I don't forget. I just gotta go back and look at the camera and see what happened.
Okay,
We got to send you
so Will,
stills. That's
what you
all I
got?
can give
Give
you.
us another one.
All right. So on my list with that, mine's kind of follows along with Toy Story. Um, it's a series, so at that, I think it's a really good series, coming of age, so at that, and really shows the evolution of characters. So that, How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, that was a good movie.
That's good. That's good.
Uh,
That's good.
they just wrapped up, their 3 movie series with that, and following the story as it goes through. Like it's one of those rare stories with that, like you kind of want to see what happens. You see a character, and then you see the other movies with that. And again, Toy Story is one of those movies that does it, where you see one of the characters grow up. So it's the same thing. It's like you don't get to see that all the time. You just kind of usually see a character. This is where they are, and that character may traverse, 2 or 3 movies with that. But to actually see them grow and become who they're meant to be, and so with that, it's great for me. I love it, and that was one of the ones that really, hit home with me, especially with the disability factor and a few other things. So at that, like I think they played it very well. So
How to Train Your Dragon. That is a very heartwarming. Do you have a favorite out of the series?
out of the series, and so at that, honestly, I got to go with 3. I really like the way 3 played out.
Okay.
That three was really good. I think it was a great closing and stuff to it, like that. And then from there, 1 and 2. So that's the order in which I like them.
Okay.
Now is are each of those movies that you can watch standalone, or do you kind of need to watch the other two to watch 3?
I think for you to understand the history of the characters, so like that, like you can that's the one thing about DreamWorks. With any movie, you can pick up and watch and understand what's going on, but for you to get the depth behind the movie, so that you got to watch them all.
So self-contained story, but built upon the history of the character.
Correct.
Gotcha. And I point that out just because it's important sometimes for people to realize, like, you don't necessarily have to miss out on a good experience. If we have the movies that we've listed, some of the ones we've talked about, if they are part of a series, you may benefit more from following all of the content or having access to the previous movies, watching them in order, whatever the case may be. But anytime it's a standalone option, I think it's important that you don't miss out on that opportunity just because, like, if you were gonna watch a Toy Story movie, you get more out of it if you've seen the other ones. But they do a pretty good job of explaining what's what inside each of the movies. Um, How to Train Your Dragon. You don't have to watch the other two to watch the third one. It's a standalone story. But if you've stayed with this character for a while, you're good to go. And so, you know, even in Mask of the Phantasm, we'll use that one first. If you did not watch Batman the Animated Series, it's not as though you miss out on anything and you can't enjoy that movie. As a standalone movie, there's enough information in the movie to make it self-contained and allow you to just enjoy that story. However, if you take advantage of the opportunity and actually watch Batman the Animated Series, in addition, it does have a certain place in the timeline, so to speak. And if you have watched those episodes, then you watch that movie, you get a little bit more out of it. So just as an added bonus, sometimes it's important to note that How to Train Your Dragon 3 is his personal favorite. That means you can watch 1 and 2, and then you may get as much out of 3 as he did. Same with like my Toy Story. Personally, Toy Story 1, but just because I saw that one, I had to see all the others. Like, I need to know what happens. By the time we get to Toy Story 4 and I'm looking at Duke Kaboom, I'm like, you can make it. I believe. I know what the toys can do. And, I'm invested. So, I was just, yeah. So, good pick on that one. I like that. How to Train Your Dragon. Um, where can we find How to Train Your Dragon? That is
Disney Plus, probably.
I'm thinking, yeah, that sounds like the place to be. I know that's How to Train. Well, the first one is available Amazon Prime also. So let's see.
Got that one.
Oh, look at that! How to Train Your Dragon 3. Guess where you can watch it? Hulu.
Oh.
It is also available Amazon Prime.
Put your headset back on.
I would say you could use my login, but you won't even let me borrow a movie. So
Damn.
You know what?
Tony.
I've traded my login for a Netflix login, so I can't give you mine. It's not mine to give.
Damn, Tony.
Otherwise, I will hook you up, brother. Otherwise, I will hook you
You
up.
want me to tell you how I really feel about y'all? Is it after 11 yet? Oh, I gotta wait 3 minutes.
Okay, so let's see.
It's on
You're
Tony.
up. You get to, you know what? Now it is all you.
Let
Give
it
us
go.
another.
Let's have it.
You don't want to play no more.
Nah, cause see, I'm not gonna do what I was gonna do. I was just gonna drop all the rest of mine and just name all Batman movies from here out, just because. But I'm not doing that.
I mean, you're welcome to.
I just said I'm not.
Yo, okay. Well, what's the number 4? What's number 3? Number 3. What's number 3?
What is this? Number 3?
Yeah, what's your number 3?
My number 3. I'm gonna go all the way back to 1940.
Hello.
To when any of us was thought about. I'm going with Fantasia.
Ooh.
That's one of my alternates too. Very good.
I don't care about your alternates. You can just keep all your alternates in your pocket.
You know what?
He threw it all the way back there. All the way.
Damn, dancing brooms.
Yeah.
That's right. But you remember that when you see this movie, the scene that you're gonna remember is Mickey making a mess, and that is what children do. I'm trying to get my children's attention, but yeah, Fantasia, that's mine.
Okay.
It's gonna go. You can.
All right, next.
It's worth the watch.
So, no, we're gonna talk about Fantasia for a moment. Like,
let's talk about it.
There's a lot of greatness in Fantasia.
I mean, the animation, even for its time, was great.
Groundbreaking. Yep.
Mm-hmm. The music, I don't like musicals like that, but the soundtrack for Fantasia still is one of the best that was made.
Yeah, it has what I miss about cartoons, old school cartoons with the noises and the
Right.
instrumentation being used. They don't do that kind of stuff now. But yeah, definitely the music. And to
Yeah,
be
because if you look at
captivated as
how
a
it was
child,
made,
to be captivated by something and there's not a lot of noise other than music, um, was a lot.
because if you watch how it was made then, it was a lot harder to make those sounds than it is now. You can computer generate any sound now, but back then you had to have what it was, and you
Yeah.
had to be on point with what you were doing. And for me, just it automatically keeps it near the top of any conversation for best animated anything.
Oh yeah, for sure,
For sure.
for sure.
So
I mean, can't nobody dispute that.
you can't argue Fantasia. They're gonna
You
my
can't.
children.
You can't. That's a classic on a classic.
Hmm.
That's hands down one of the greatest animated features that's ever been released.
Mhm.
1940, um, and not okay. You know what? How do you feel about the remake?
What remake?
Fantasia.
That's how you feel about it. The
Yeah,
remake. What?
exactly. I feel that the great movies, some movies just do not need to be touched.
Yeah.
Fantasia's one of them. It's just leave it alone. It's like The Exorcist. Leave it alone. Don't
Now,
come with no remakes. No, leave it alone.
did you see did you see Fantasia 2000?
I tried and I walked away. So I because every time I watch it since I did watch the original. The with me I make a lot of comparisons. So I'm more old school than I am new. I like the old school version.
So you don't
It's
you don't
like
feel that it was a continuation of that story? You feel like they tried to replace the original?
right. It's like I was telling my daughter the other day about. I don't know if you remember Peabody and Sherman growing
Yeah.
up.
Oh
No,
yeah.
we're watching the new one right now. I mean, the kids.
The new one, every time I see it, I'm like, it's not the original. I can't watch it. It's
It's
just
not.
not the original.
It's not bad, but it's definitely not the original. I will give you that.
Exactly. It's not a bad show, but if you watch the original and you make the comparison, it
Oh,
don't hold
I
up.
think with Sam Saga, it does seem more like of a continuation, but that magic that was captured
It's not there.
first film, it's not there. And then to like Tony said, when you're thinking about when that movie was made, that's what really blows your mind. You're like
See, and
1940, like
all right, people don't understand it. All those sounds you're hearing are
there's
multiple
somebody in the
people.
studio.
There are multiple people in that studio. It's
Yeah.
like two people on tables doing all of this while they're watching, trying to sync everything up.
We need a
It's
horse
not
to
some.
break out. We got
It's
coconuts on the table. Like,
right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not somebody sitting at a computer going through it. Okay, we need to put this sound here, put this sound here, put this sound here. No, they actually in there sweating and they working, and that is just beyond impressive. It is. So no, give me the old one. Nothing else.
Cool. Do you have a other than Sorcerer's Apprentice? Is there a specific segment from, or is Sorcerer's Apprentice your favorite segment?
I mean, I will say that is my favorite because I am a Mickey fan. So when he puts on the robe and he starts doing all this stuff and then he can't figure out what he's doing, it kind of makes you identify as being a child because you think you're ready for that situation. And then you get in this situation and then you figure, oh no, I need help. This is not easy as it seems. And I think everybody growing up identifies they've been in a situation like that you just your parents will tell you, hey, you're not ready for this. But in your mind, no, I got this, I can do it. And then you go out, do it, fuck
Sneak, put
something
the
up.
cap on, and flood the whole house. So okay,
You
I'm
know,
with you.
you get in your parents' car, you might hit the curb too fast and pop off a tire. That's just an example. Just an example.
Or like you thought you went around the curve just fine, and apparently you crossed the yellow line and you're not supposed to do that. And at 2 in the morning, when they look at your license and realize that you shouldn't even be driving, maybe you shouldn't have put the cap on. I'm with. I get that. I get. I mean, that's, and again,
Oh.
just an example, just a
That's
hypothetical
all it is.
example.
Hypothetical.
So yeah, I get that point completely. Sorry, mom.
So,
Okay.
all right.
So
So that was mine. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, you can watch it today and just sit back and be in awe. The 1940 version.
yeah, I mean, in the score is something like that was back when we music was still pure,
Right.
for lack of a better phrase, and a lot of people were introduced to classical music through movies like Fantasia and some of the old classic Looney Tunes, and
Didn't even know it.
Barbara of Seville.
you know what I'm saying, and the Merry Melodies is part of where that name comes from. Disney had their what was their music thing called? It escapes me at the moment, but I know you can still find them sometimes on Disney, and they would have they would literally just take these wonderful classical tracks and animate over them and give you just a treat, and you would be exposed to classical music whether you knew it or not. And Fantasia is one of
Mm-hmm.
those that like really makes you appreciate a Yanni. You know, um, my wife was a huge fan of Yanni, so it was one of those things. Like at first, I was kind of like, nobody want to listen to no Yanni, and then of course I'm just sitting there playing cartoons in my head, so it kind of fit, and it was like, hey, that's that's where that comes from. So
And just a side note, it also got a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes. So
got that good pick.
Mm-hmm.
And in
Well, I
comparison,
say
I'm
I
just
think all
saying.
of us has had nothing lower than what 88.
yeah, I mean, this has been just a fantastic panel of movies here. Like
We're
somebody's gonna
not
be.
done yet. I'll bring it down.
I mean, before it's over, I'm gonna pick a real crap fest one on there,
Oh yeah,
just
I got
because.
I got a crap fest.
My last pick is gonna be no. Y'all not gonna see it.
My last
You're not
pick
gonna
is
see it coming.
strictly for me. I don't know if anybody's gonna agree with it or not. We're gonna find out. Like,
But see, that's why we are doing our personal top fives and not like public opinion top fives, because it's
I don't
what
give a
we
damn what
like.
y'all like. I like my shit.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
you
don't
ain't
I
give a
mean,
gotta
fuck.
like
nobody
it.
has
Like, I'm
seen
telling
your
you, I
your
like
your
it, and
shits.
maybe you will
Nobody has
too.
seen what you
No,
seen.
y'all ain't seen my shit.
I've seen everything you've mentioned thus far, so I'm free.
He ain't
There you go.
done. He next. Go ahead.
But I
His
say I don't
last
know
two
these
gonna
last.
just stump
I'll
everybody.
say these last two gonna throw y'all. I know that much.
So it's
It's gonna
funny
be
because
like,
I'm kind of laughing. There's only two items on my list. Everything else I've been forced. Everything else I've seen, but Grave of the Fireflies, gotta check that one out.
I got to
And
do that one.
the Neon Genesis Evangelion, the end. I have to see that one. So otherwise, I see
I mean,
everything else.
I got three, so I'm good. I'll figure
See,
those out.
All
see,
right.
feeling pretty good.
All
All
right,
right,
who's
so
up?
David.
Okay.
David.
We got he
Oh
ready.
yeah.
Look,
Okay,
he ain't
hold
even
on.
looking.
Hold
Let me
on.
grab a
That's
drink.
not
Hold
looking.
on here.
Let me clean my ears
All
out so I
right.
make sure I
All
don't hear
right.
nothing.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh, okay. Where's Sam at? Oh, he got it. Okay, there you go.
Oh, Denisha,
There you
I
go.
need you to message me later so I can. Actually, you already messaged me, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
Okay. Tomorrow.
Okay.
David, what you got?
All right. So this one is a bit more recent. Came out last year. And it goes by the name of Promare.
Promare.
He got me. He got me.
Yep, there it is. There it is. Promare.
I don't even know what that is.
All right.
Let me get
See,
a
I told you.
spelling.
I told you.
Yeah,
Promare.
can we get a spelling for
Let me
that?
get a spelling.
Promare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I spelled that all wrong.
That's how
How
I
did you
spelled it.
how did
You
you spell it?
like tried too hard to spell Promare.
I thought it was gonna have something
I,
extra in there, but that's
I,
exactly
I
I
didn't
still
hear
did
it.
how it sounds.
First of all,
No, I
Okay,
get
all
it
right.
I mean,
because David said
I
it
get
and we
that.
were thinking it was gonna be out left field. We was just like, okay, let's see. So
No. I
Q
mean, if you want something
Y.
out of left field, I could pull up something. I could pull up something, man.
So talk to me about Promare, cause
All right, cool.
yeah,
So I could dive into this one a little bit, but again, I'm not gonna go too deep into this because I want you to actually go see it, make your own judgment off of this one. But um,
I bought it.
base. Wait, did you already go get it?
I just set it to download so I can watch it when this is over.
Hey, my man's out here. All right, so pretty much what has the premise of this movie is that basically the what was it? I think it was like a fourth the human race spontaneously combusts, like just catch fire, right? And
yeah, I'm
out of
already interested. Okay.
right.
and then
Like,
out
wait,
of
what? Huh?
and then out of that group of people, some of them have developed pyrokinetic powers. There it is. Am I sure this is water? All right. Anyway, I normally don't fumble that word. Anyway, and then they have been, they've been branded as the Burnish, right? So the Burnish, in turn, have been labeled terrorists because they either don't know how to handle their pyrokinetic powers or they're actually just doing it because people are coming down on them because they're a little bit different. I think you see where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hmm?
fast forward into the future, you got your one of your main protagonists, Gallo, who is a firefighter. He's a firefighter, and and he comes into he comes into conflict with a group of these Burnish, and their what in the what am I drinking? Their leader, whose name is Leo. There it is. God. So I'm not gonna dive too much into that, but the reason I really, really love this movie is because it handles the it handles the topic of disenfranchisement and discrimination way better than I thought it was going to. I actually wasn't even expecting it to go into that, but it's kind of that thing with it's kind of like the Ruby thing where like the Faunists are like minorities, and you can see how ill treated they are.
Mm-hmm.
The Burnish are pretty much minorities, or you can whatever group of people that are being disenfranchised, be it black, like people of color, or queer people, anything like that. If you feel like you feel it, if you feel like somebody's coming down on you, the hell you a Burnish, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it handles that topic very. I feel like it handles it delicately.
Delicately continue. Go
Thank you,
ahead.
thank
I
you.
think David's done.
But does it with such style that it's kind of hard to ignore. And I say style because this was produced by Studio Trigger, and if you don't know who Studio Trigger is,
Kill a
uh,
kill.
Kill a Kill, Gurren Lagann. So that kind of art style, in your
And
face, next.
when I looked that up and saw that this was Studio Trigger, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, so we're watching that. No question.
There
Watching
you
that
go.
tonight.
We're watching it. Watch it tonight. Matter of fact, I'm about to watch it again tonight. So it's a really good movie. It does handle a lot of sensitive topics pretty well, but it's it's serious enough, but it also has its sense of humor. Um, just watch it. Just watch it. I'm pretty sure you can get it on like YouTube for like I think like $2 or something.
$2. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm showing.
I think it's on Amazon as well for like $3.
there you go.
Actually, I'm
So
showing
And
an
Sam's
Amazon.
gonna run it down.
199 YouTube, Google Play Movies, and let's see, because that is from Studio Trigger.
iTunes to rent for $4.99 or buy for 15.
yeah,
I'm gonna check Funimation. Probably wouldn't be Funimation. Let me check
No,
VRV.
it's not on Verve. No.
Because I'm thinking like, wouldn't that like it probably be through Crunchyroll, ergo?
It's not on. It's not on Crunchyroll or anything like that. So you gonna have to buy it.
All right,
But
we'll put it on
but
Amazon. $2. I can do that.
it is well worth the money. If you're gonna pay $2 for it, this is the best $2 you're gonna spend.
Hey, we good with that. We are good with
Mm.
that.
So
As mentioned, I've never been led astray when it comes to you in an anime pick. So
I try. I
we
try.
good with that.
I try.
We're good with that. And I am a fan of Kill la Kill. Running
There you
around
go.
with half a scissor. Like, what? The outfit
Yeah.
is the weapon.
Yeah.
Is the scissor? Okay.
hmm Don't
So
think about it. Just watch.
right, like all the clothes, all the
Don't think about
clothes.
it.
The
Just
clothes
watch.
are the powers.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because
Don't
the
think too hard. It's fine. Don't worry
the
about
suit is
it.
the outfit is talking to me and
Yeah.
telling me, okay,
Don't worry about it.
I'll check it out. If you say so,
Yeah.
so great, so great.
It's
So
so
yeah,
good. It's so good.
Studio Trigger. Okay, cool. We will run right with that.
All
Um,
right, Sam, what you got?
Yeah.
we gonna very very easy. All Star Superman.
Of course. Of course. There it is.
Don't be a course
There
of
it
me.
is.
Ain't nobody had
There.
nothing to say about your anime, so you chill.
Look, I came into this knowing that nobody here was gonna know like the majority of what I was gonna put out here. All right, I walked into this prepared.
I had to go through a couple of different ones to try to determine which one was going to be the one that I would say would actually be on my list and not have just a list of all DC animated movies because that is the one area that DC has always done well in. So I had a lot to choose from in that regard. But when I was honestly thinking about it, it was like I kind of got down to Superman Unbound and I was looking at All Star Superman. And between those two, All Star Superman tells a more interesting story, in my opinion. Um, and it shows some of the greatest feats that Superman has had. Some really impressive things. And an animated movie that honestly does a really good job of humanizing him. And I think that's one of the biggest problems people have with the character Superman. Oh, he's so boring. He's so powerful. This is a movie I think does a really good job of humanizing that character and helping you see things from his perspective because he's dying. So you get a chance to check that out. Might shine a new light on him, and you get to see a little bit more about who the character is, his motivations, his the things he wants, what he wants to do, and there's a great segment with Lex Luthor. Um, they've got some great villains kind of pop in and out. Some other heroes are there. Nice segment with Wonder Woman. I mean, just not Wonder Woman, but Lois Lane. And
Christina Hendricks.
yeah, it's. I mean,
That I
it's
remember. I love her.
that one was just one of the better. It's a fantastic graphic novel, but this was a very 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 good adaptation to animated film, and All Star Superman I think edges out Superman Unbound just a little bit, enough for it to make the list over Superman Unbound. So All Star Superman would be
Yeah,
my next pick.
that's
So where can the
that's a
people
good.
find it?
That's
What's the stats on that one?
All Star Superman is
I'm going to watch it at Sam's house.
pretty much always playing in the back. No, I'm just playing. Let's see. So that one came out in 2011. So it is slightly newer. It's got you can find that on YouTube, Google Play, Vudu, all for $2.99. It is also available on Amazon Prime, again for $2.99. Um, James Denton does the voice for Superman in this one.
Mhm.
Anthony LaPaglia as Lex Luthor. Um, Ed Asner, Francis Conroy. Don't know if there's any relation there. Um, and Linda Cardellini. She's in it as well. So um, definitely one of the best Superman movies. I think there's only one other one, maybe Superman and the Elite, or Superman versus the Elite. That one, along with Superman
That's a good
Unbound,
one.
those were the top three choices I was trying to figure out for a good Superman one. But All Star Superman, without a doubt, one of my favorite picks, and that's probably the one. I don't care if y'all like it or not, but I think if you watch that one, I think everybody can enjoy that one. I don't think there's anything bad. You could certainly appreciate that film. So,
Okay.
Sure. I actually remember that one, so that's
see,
been good.
she was, look, and for those that don't know, she's a really big Batman fan. So the fact that this one was memorable tells you how good this had to be.
Yeah.
So that would be my pick. So, all right, Denisha, what you got? Let's give it.
Okay. So it's funny that David's pick was what it concerned because that's in the same line of the one that I picked, which is Zootopia. Um,
I knew that was coming. When you
I
picked
was wondering
Inside
who's
Out,
gonna
I knew
say
it
it. I was wondering who's gonna say it. All right.
because of course you have you have the bunny.
Mm-hmm.
You can literally say she's any race and make it and make it fit. But to overcome, to say no, this is my dream. I don't care what it is I'm supposed to be doing. You're not going to keep me in that box. And just her determination to be a cop, to not be a cute little bunny, to not let her size and her class keep her in her box. And of course, having a female protagonist is always great. But I absolutely love that movie. And I was like, wow, they're teaching people a lesson here. And hopefully they see it. But yeah.
People walk out like, oh, did I learn something? God, how did that happen? I was there to be entertained, and I improved myself as a person.
I just love when she was little and you see yourself in those moments sometimes where you could have given up and to be beat down and literally let that be her motivation instead of a deterrent. Was just really inspiring. As a kid, I'm like, yeah, I want kids to watch this and be like, you know what, if I want to be a cop, even if I'm small, or if I want to be an actor, even whatever I want to do, it is doable. I just have to put the work behind it.
I think the character that I liked the most, of course, was Nick, just because
Yeah, Jason Bateman.
that's probably the character that I think many people can identify with as well.
Mm-hmm.
Where if your if people's perception of you has already been determined before they get to know you, just based on the fact that you are a fox,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's it does make it seem very simple to understand why he goes about his day to day the way he does. People expect him to be a certain way, and so he's just going to take advantage of the perception. But then, of course, you watch a little bit and you realize that that's not really who he is as a person. He's
Mm-hmm.
just kind of jaded by the way he's been treated, and you know,
And who doesn't love the sloth scene?
oh yeah,
Oh, I still laugh at that today. I still laugh at that one.
ha
Oh God.
ha ha. That was really fun. And then wait a minute, like what was
They did that so well because as you're watching, you're like, really? Like you're starting to get really frustrated just
So
watching.
painfully slow, and that's
Yeah.
the. I think that's like one of the most perfectly shot scenes in that whole movie because it's just like you feel the frustration.
Mhm.
You're just like,
And then you think like it's gonna get a little bit better. You're just
it's like,
like,
and it,
no.
Then when he turns to talk to the female, he's like,
yeah, like no.
"Hey, One. I'm like, come on, dude.
Hurry up.
See, that wouldn't have
Another
been
one
me.
of
I'd have
those
left.
movies that
I'd have
actually
left and
has a
came back.
really great cast. That's another
Yeah.
ensemble cast movie right there, and some big names in that. So that one would be quite impressive. Just looking at who everybody is, and Lieutenant Judy Hopps. That's the only character I'm like, wow, that was her. Huh? Okay, but otherwise, yeah.
So who we got in there? Hold on, what's the cast looking like?
Jennifer Goodwin,
Mm-hmm.
Jason Bateman.
She played in it. What was that show?
Once
First.
upon a time,
Big Love. She was in Big Love.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
the fairy tale one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
Oh.
Or Once Upon a Time,
Once
something
Upon a
like that.
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
She
I
was
loved
she
Big
was
Love, though.
Snow White, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some names in here. Hold on.
Idris Elba's in it. Shakira.
Yeah.
They did the one whole little song, and that's like the
There goes
theme
John
song.
DiMaggio again. Of course.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
John DiMaggio, he's there.
Hey, my man's out here getting work. Yes, sir.
I think like him and Billy West were probably like two of the biggest voice actors for quite a while. They were just in everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
West. Fry and Bender, best
Yes,
friend.
sir.
So the fact that they get together.
Oh yeah, that's right. Tommy Chong was in here too. That's right. That's right. I forgot all about that. That's crazy.
And just looking at some of the characters, like it was, one thing about that movie that really blew my mind was how well the world was developed if it was run by anthropomorphic animals. Um,
I didn't even think about that.
You think about little. Well, I mean, it's little things like I'm thinking about when Judy was chasing the weasel, and she saves the one little rat, and later on they go to the god rat, and he's like, "You have saved my daughter, so for this, you know what I'm saying?" Like
that was hilarious.
It's like the area that she's trying to run through. She like the weasel gets through an area, she tries to get through the same area, and that section it's built as part of another structure, but it has the tubes and everything for the smaller creatures that would be expected to go through that area. And when you look at like the way animals would get around and how they would get from point A to point B, they took into account that they're animals. So even though they go to work and they have jobs and they can drive cars, they do this, they do that, they're also animals. So if they can fly, here's the area where they fly. If they can, if they're in water, here's the area where the water is. And it was quite impressive the amount of thought that went into, and that one chase scene actually kind of highlights all those different areas. Like when the lemmings are getting off work and Nick takes the popsicle sticks, like his whole little plan, his daily routine. It's just so impressive how they took the ecosystem, modified it to this location for Zootopia. Everybody can exist and coexist, and it just blows your mind. Some really creative people out there.
Yeah.
So Zootopia you can find on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
No, that one's on Disney Plus, and it's also available on Amazon Prime, Google Movies, Vudu, and YouTube. Um, 19.99 on YouTube, so I think you'll own that one. But it's $2.99 and $3.99 on Amazon and Vudu respectively. 98% Rotten Tomatoes, 8 out of 10. Like 92% on Fandango. So we're only going to give you the best, the top quality here.
You haven't heard my last pick.
Not my last
one. Y'all are going to get 20 great movies and then 5 that we just like, you go watch it because we said it. So
not for me.
Pretty
I'll
much.
give you number quality, all right? Give you number quality for me.
I know I got a couple of interesting ones that I'm not sure.
I got my last one's gonna be interesting because I don't know if y'all seen it. It's a new one, but I'm gonna say that one for last.
Okay. Well, my last one will probably shock you, just because it comes like that. Really, that's your favorite. But all right, Will, what you got?
I like it.
Right. I'm gonna go very. I'm gonna do one that everybody knows.
Okay.
It's the one that everybody knows. I'm surprised has been shit, said yet. So like that. I mean, I'm sure if we put this as a thread in the group, it would have been said several times over. So at that. But I gotta put a Marvel movie out there, and you already know which one it is. For that, that's Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, you know, very well done. I don't think much needs to be said. So that if you haven't seen it, you're under a rock somewhere.
Into the
The
Spider-Verse,
animation is
definitely a
bad.
top five. That's all. That's my
there ain't nothing
comment.
to say. There's nothing to say. That's
Look,
it.
that's my
That's
I
comment.
mean, it gives you everything that you want in a
Yep.
Spider-Man movie.
There
Yep.
it is.
It
Show's
gives you
over.
everything
Done.
you want in a movie.
Show's over. Show's
The
over. We're done. That's
animation
it.
in that, yeah. Okay, thank you, Will.
Yeah. All right.
All
You
right.
can get up out of here now. You're done.
Yeah. There's nothing. I mean,
You can't talk. You're done.
Okay, so
I was gonna leave with that, but I was
Look,
like, I'm just gonna see if
we're gonna
anybody
go
else
ahead and
says.
just wrap this one. 97% Rotten Tomatoes, 8.4 out of 10, Internet Movie Database, 93% liked by users on Google. Shamik Moore as the voice of Miles Morales, Jake Johnson as Spider-Man, Haley Stanfield was Gwen Stacy. Some other big names, which if you haven't seen it, how have you not seen this?
What's wrong with you?
But I kind of want to like save those names for when you go see it. That way, when you hear Spider-Man Noir's name, you're like, oh wait, that's you gotta have that little bit right there. Or Spider Ham when you hear him talk.
And I want to say Spider-Man Noir is my favorite Spider-Man.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It is.
The fact
it
that
is.
he was still trying to figure out the
with the Ruby,
I'm taking
he's
this
like,
back with me. Like,
I'm taking this with me. What is this?
That'd be your ass. Like I'm taking this. Like I don't care.
First of all, I don't say when I take stuff.
it's just
I
gone.
don't
You
take
just don't
anything. I
have it
acquire.
anymore.
I acquire. It's a difference.
Tactfully acquire.
So, Into the Spider-Verse, you can catch that on Netflix. It's still on Netflix right now. Amazon Prime for $2.99, Google Play and YouTube for $3.99. So, Into the Spider-Verse, fantastic movie. You've probably seen it, but if not, do yourself a favor and go check that one out.
You haven't watched it, you don't deserve to live.
Why are you still here? Go watch the movie. Go. Actually, no. Wait till this over, then go watch the movie.
Exactly.
And then come back and watch this again.
Right, because it's on Netflix. So how have you not? You know. Now, if you need a Netflix login, let me know. I can probably get you a Netflix login. All right, Tony, what you got?
I need you to stop trying to give out stuff like that. That's illegal, sir.
No. Netflix.
If he pays for more than one device,
I have the top subscription on Netflix. Okay.
I don't need to know your shenanigans.
5
Talk to me.
logins.
Talk to me after it's not being recorded.
Shenanigans.
So, Will took my next one with the Into the Spider-Verse. I was trying to see how long I could save it, but he got me. But I went to.
You had to know it was coming.
I knew it was coming eventually. I didn't think it was gonna make it this far. But I went with one that showed. It actually got me because I know a lot of y'all growing up, you were close with your parents and your grandparents. Me especially. Some of us was raised by the grandparents.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You know
don't do it. Don't do it.
This showed a young boy.
Don't do it.
Who wanted to follow in his father's footsteps as a musician.
Do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
And I just gotta say, when I watched Coco,
I
had flashbacks from when, because see, me growing up, my mom and dad were in my life, but my grandparents were just as big of importance to me. And so seeing his relationship with his grandmother took me back. And I mean, that's one of the few movies that almost got me to cry. Almost. I didn't do it, but that was one of the few that almost got me.
Fuck that, I cried. Damn it, I cried like a baby.
But I was like, every time I watch it, when I get to that scene at the end where he runs in, he gets in front of Mama Coco, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, he gotta wash his face real quick,
I'm like, oh shit, don't look at me, because I'm about
why is it raining? Why raining? Hold on.
So that right there, between that one and Into the Spider-Verse, I had him in, but then I wanted my last pick, so it was kind of. I know somebody's gonna pick it, so I knew I could throw this one in.
Yeah.
But I mean, just that movie it has great storyline. It has a great plot twist. The character development is great. I mean, it's that's I don't know what else to say about it. That's in my top 5.
Yeah, that's a strong one right there. But
So,
97% Rotten Tomatoes.
And I will say, a lot of people when it first came out didn't watch it.
Oh, they slept on it. A lot of people
slept slept on that movie.
But then when the word of mouth came out, see, you know, I got teenagers and teenage girls, and they're like, "Hey, Dad, all right, let's go."
I slept.
And then when that word of mouth started hitting, like, "Yo, this movie Coco is serious," and then it got out there, and it was like, yeah.
Yeah. I let that movie cook for 2 months, and I watched it.
I think I caught it the second weekend it was in theaters. Ooh. I was in there, and I was sitting back. You talking about? I had my drink, like, oh what the fuck is this?
Well, I'm emotional. Really? I was about to say, man. When I say I was crying, boy, it was 0 to 100, boy. I was like,
let me tell you something.
They ain't finna get me. They ain't finna get me. Then I got to that scene, it's like, pow!
I leaned over to my girls, like, baby, you know I love you, right? It was like, I just had to let it out.
Bring it in real quick.
Go ahead.
Little group hug, okay.
Pow, cry, little bitch, go.
All right.
Jesus. All right.
I'm tearing up right now. Hold on. I was thinking about it.
And see, I knew David knew because I saw it. He was like,
yes. I knew it is on my lap.
He about to do it.
I took another one. I'm sorry.
You took another alternate.
Okay, it's an alternate.
He started building it up. I'm like, don't you do it. Don't you do it.
I tried to build it up in a way where you would know. Because, you know, I like to be that guy that helps.
If you haven't seen Coco, go watch Coco. Do yourself a favor.
Yeah,
if you want a good family movie, Coco is the one.
The music's great too.
If you mad at your family, go watch Coco. You won't be mad.
The music is phenomenal.
Oh my God, the soundtrack for that movie is it.
Yeah, that one's available Disney Plus, Amazon Prime for $2.99, and you can find it on YouTube, Google Play.
I go see if I can buy that soundtrack.
And Vudu for $3.99.
I'll find it for you. I'm pretty sure I got them.
The Coco soundtrack. Let's see. You got Will He Be a Shoemaker?
Remember Me.
What? There you go.
There's one. That's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one that gets you.
Rescue Dame. Yeah, there's a lot in here. So
Coco got some bangers, dude. Man.
And I'm surprised Coco lasted this long. I knew y'all was gonna throw out some good ones.
See, I'm trying to culture people. I knew somebody was gonna do it for me. I'm trying to throw some culture out there for you. I knew somebody else could pick up my slack.
So
all right,
that was good. All right,
David.
so
okay.
David, what you got?
All right, we have made it.
We are on the last round here, and
we are here.
This round, these are. Let's see. So, is it safe to say for everybody on your last picks here that we've covered our definite, no question? These are good recommendations, and these last ones are just kind of like we like these movies.
No, mine's quality. Quality.
Oh, mine's good.
Quality.
Okay.
I would say mine is quality because it's what I like.
Okay.
But
when I'm moving to my geek list.
I don't care what no one says.
But I do know that some of y'all want to see this, so I don't know if you have seen it.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So,
David, I'm ready.
You got it.
Yeah, we ready. We ready, David.
All right. Okay. So I was gonna just throw you for a loop and say the Japanese name, but I'm not gonna do that to y'all because I want you to find it easy. So
appreciate it.
All right.
Not fluent.
So,
I was about to say, you saw us trying to spell Promare.
Yeah, I was about to say Promare threw y'all for a loop, so I'm gonna let them have this one. Hold on.
I hate y'all cultural people.
Pro Man throw y'all for a loop. I'm not gonna do it to y'all. All right. So my my final movie for this list is a it is another coming of age movie. It deals with a lot of themes of ooh, we on YouTube right now. I was about to say something. I'll get this whole video taken down. Okay.
Well, no, no, we are not. We are recording. We are not live.
Oh, we're not oh, we're recording. Oh, well,
I
even
mean,
still,
I haven't
even
mastered editing, so it would be
I'm about to
hard
say
if I don't have
even
to
still, I'll
edit.
make it easy for you. I'm not gonna say the word, because I know that's one of the YouTube's no words. But let's go ahead and just say that we're gonna deal with topics of self harm. Let's say that self harm, uh, forgiveness, learning to love yourself, and disabilities.
Okay.
So
Wow,
there's
that's a lot.
yeah, there's a lot. It's a lot. So um, and this movie handles all those themes in a very concise way. It's very to the point. You know exactly what you're dealing with when you actually get to those moments. Um, but I feel like it's handled it the best, even better than like Promare would do, because Promare is great, but it Promare also has that cheat code of it's got a lot of balls to wall action, and there's something keeping you in, hooking you in. Uh, this movie doesn't have that, but I feel like the narrative alone, it doesn't really need it. So my fifth movie is called Your no, ooh, no, that was a different one. No, the movie is called A Silent Voice.
Ooh,
A
I like the
silent
name.
voice.
A Silent
I like the
Voice.
name. I can spell that.
Yes, you can. Oh, there you go. We in there.
Especially that first one.
Silent voice.
Shut up, Tony.
God damn. Yeah. So, so I can give y'all a brief little synopsis.
Don't give too much away.
I'm not gonna give too much away. I'm not gonna give too
Actually,
much
you
away.
know what? 94% Rotten Tomatoes, 9 out of 10 myanimelist.net, 8.2 out of 10 IMDb, 98% liked by users on Google. Yeah.
It
Okay.
is it is a very deep movie. It's really good. It's good. So I'm gonna just for me to do it justice, I kind of have to like just say a little bit of what happens in the beginning, just a
Okay, go
little bit.
ahead.
I'm not gonna give you too much because there's enough there. There's enough there that you can sink your teeth into. But
Wave at me when you're done.
say what? You cheating? You cheating? Anyway, all right. So I'm not good. Well, I'm gonna leave names out because I want y'all to have fun with the Japanese names when you get there.
Little blurb right here is pretty good. Like it tells you what it's about without giving anything away, and it's literally everything you mentioned.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. So I guess honestly I don't think I should say anything.
No, I mean you gave a lot of the themes, and
Yeah. I
it's
think I.
it's
I mean,
enough to
from
make us want to watch it for
here,
sure.
let me read this part for you, Dave. This may help out.
Oh. All
When a
right.
grade school student with impaired hearing is bullied mercilessly, she transfers to another school. Years later, one of her former tormentors sets out to make amends.
Okay. Yeah. I can leave it at that.
He'll accept that.
You approve of
I'll leave it.
that? You that's okay with you?
I'll leave it at that. It's a lot more than that, so I'm totally fine with leaving it right there. So I want y'all to unveil that for yourselves. Y'all can have that little piece of mystery right there. You
I
know.
mean, I think based on the setup you gave it, taking what they have there, I think it's very easy to mentally or personally adapt where some of that comes in, how some of that plays out, and yeah, I will. I would definitely make it a point to check that one out.
Yes, I'll say out of all of the movies that I've listed tonight, I feel like that would be the one that you need to watch if you're going to watch
Oh,
anything that I recommended. That would be the one.
okay.
I'm down. So where can we find that, Sam?
Yes, please. Don't say Hulu.
So other places, no, I'm just playing. No, that one
No,
is
it's always
actually
you
no.
short.
That one's actually available on Netflix, Amazon Prime for $2.99, and you can buy it on Vudu Movies for $9.99. So that one available on Netflix. Check that out.
Ooh,
I'll be
I will
watching that
definitely check
probably
it
at work
out.
tomorrow.
There you
I
go.
might watch it at work just because I don't have anything to do.
Well, you know,
except
man. I mean,
except for the work that you do when you're at work.
Yeah.
yeah,
No, no,
I ain't tired. I
no.
Okay.
mean,
I work
it's a good killer. 2 hours, so you know,
2 hours. Oh yeah, I
2
need
hours.
that, especially in the morning. Drink my
There you
coffee.
go. Two
My,
hours.
I drink my Irish coffee.
Oh,
Now,
Jesus.
I
Oh,
w-
God.
Like I can't even take up my little lunch break trying to watch something. Nah. But any
My
any
lunch
audio
break is from when I
recommendations?
clock
You know
in
what?
until
When
I
we do
go.
our top five podcasts, I can't wait for that. So I get some audio books and podcasts, stuff
so
to listen to.
I will say this. As well as they handle the subjects of uh deleting oneself,
Mhm.
um, I still would just, people who do have tend to have those thoughts, I would kind of walk in there with a thread of caution,
A
because it can't,
trigger, a
yeah,
trigger
a
warning.
little trigger warning, because it can get a little heavy at times. So just be aware. But I still, even if you do have those thoughts, especially if you have those thoughts, I would highly recommend that you watch that movie. Just prepare yourself for that.
Okay,
Duly
that's a
noted.
good
Duly
warning.
noted.
That's a good
And
warning.
and that is
Mhm.
Yes.
a important
I,
side note to
I,
that. So you know,
I don't want nobody to spiral while watching this movie, but at the same time, I feel like you should watch it just because there's a good message there about that.
does a good
Okay.
job maybe helping a person cope,
I
manage.
being yes, as
Absolutely.
And
as
that's
as as someone who has struggled with those thoughts, yes, it
Okay.
I feel like it could help a lot.
and
But
that's
I
important. And
yes,
that
That
for
is
while
that
important.
reason, it's
yes,
important. And that's a great recommendation for this
yeah.
movie.
Now
And
again, with those subjects, mileage will vary, but I still feel like you would be doing yourself a disservice if you do not watch that movie and you do have these thoughts.
it is readily available on Netflix. So
Yes,
that one should be accessible to many, or
yes.
message me. Uh, okay, so let's. All right, this one just it was exposed very early, and um, 1981. This is one I'm not gonna lie. Either you like it or you don't. There is
All right.
there's no real setup for it. It is something that I was introduced to, and again, I can thank my older brother for this one, but I still enjoyed it. And it is heavy metal.
I remember that.
Heavy
Heavy
Okay,
metal.
okay,
heavy
okay,
metal. It is.
okay,
You
okay.
know what? If
Wait
you
a minute, y'all don't know that one?
even if
Oh,
you're not
I had to
familiar
sneak
with it,
watch that late at night. I remember heavy metal.
Yeah, it was.
no, Will, you don't have to watch it late at night. What do you mean?
Yes, yeah.
Uh,
You just make sure your parents aren't around.
now that probably yes, yes. Maybe don't have the kiddies near you.
Hey, Denisha,
And
anybody
don't.
under
Louder
21,
and nastier than ever.
yeah, anybody under 21 or over
Uh-oh.
55, don't let them
Uh-oh.
watch it.
What the
Uh-oh.
hell is y'all
Uh-oh.
watching?
So
First of
Uh-oh.
anyway,
all, this was in 81. Sam
She
was
done
a
found
child.
something. She done found somebody. She done
She done
found
found
something.
the late night movies.
you
Uh-oh.
can find this
I'm
one
reading.
on.
No, I was reading that.
Yeah, see that
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the
see?
Louder and nastier than ever.
Yeah.
It's that last word to get you though.
How about
everybody's
Ever.
familiar with that image
Ever.
everybody's familiar with that iconic image of the buxom female warrior riding
The
atop the.
Amazon. The Amazon.
It was a buxom female warrior when I was like 5, so I was just like, "Ooh, let's watch that," you know. And
Doesn't matter. I'm in. That's it.
you
That's
know,
it. I'm in. I'm in. That's
I
it.
mean,
I
that
was
was
just
my
gonna
Rick and
write
Morty
that one
moment.
down.
Son of a bitch. I mean,
Yeah.
like, let's do it. And yeah, it is. It is definitely. It falls in the fantasy department. It is animated, um, and there are honestly like a ton of different things that come to mind when I think of like animated content. But then, of course, remembering that we were discussing movies, and this is just one of those. It's very strange. I think is the only word that I
In
can.
in your face.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is graphic. It is unique. It is interesting. It is. Um, I mean, just check it out if you haven't seen it. It's one of my top fives. Let me put it that way.
I
It's one
don't
of my
I don't
top
think I want to
fives.
watch it.
I'm the guy that recommended Toy Story, and this made my top five. It just.
It is literally two different ends of the spectrum.
I mean, it's
100%.
okay. You know what?
You
So
you got
imagine the Sam
wholesome.
that's right here. He was like, "Yeah, let's watch Toy Story. Let's watch heavy metal." Like it's just,
That's me. That's me on that side.
it's just one of those things.
You
But
got
I
I
definitely
put it
enjoy it.
like this.
You can find it.
You
It
got the
is.
wholesome.
um, like I said, this one's available. Voodoo Movies, Amazon Prime for $2.99, YouTube and Google Play for $3.99. And if you have Sling TV, if you have the premium subscription to
Swing?
Sling TV,
No, slang. Okay.
yeah, I don't have Sling, I just but if you have the premium subscription to Sling TV, it is available for you there as well. And that
It's
is
a great puberty
1981's
movie.
Heavy Metal.
Kickstarting hormones real
It is a
quick.
great puberty movie.
Kickstart them
Sam is
things
the
real
only guy I
quick.
know that goes from whole to wholesome. It's just.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
important to know, like, okay, here's
Quality content right here.
I'm
Yes, it is.
crossing that one off the
No,
list.
no,
No, no, no,
you
no, no.
should
You
still
should watch it.
absolutely watch it.
You
You
know
should.
what? John Candy does voice in this. Eugene Levy does voice in this. Um, um, it's actually a really good story too. Also, in addition, but I don't want to sit here and try to pretend like, oh, it was. I watched it for the story. I knew nothing about it when I was a kid. And I was watching this movie. You know what I'm saying? And all I know is it was like space travel, and there's this
And
captain that's trying to, and it was like then there was some great imagery, and it was.
The imagery,
Imagery.
what is my Bible?
imagery.
Go with that.
And I mean, it's
Right.
about this. Okay, so there's this special like jade. Well, not, I can't say jade diamond. It's this so this jade jewel that possesses people, and when people okay, I'm trying to think. Was it?
just
Watch
let her just let her
Just
watch
watch
it.
it.
You can't
Yeah,
It's
explain it.
okay.
you can't explain it. You
I'm
got
okay. Just
No, you're gonna watch it.
We are
what's
all
the
adults here.
stats?
what's the stats?
You
It's
gave
like
us stats already, right?
44, 18, 36. Oh no, my.
Um, well, remember I said this is one either you love it or hate it. It's 60 on Rotten Tomatoes, 6.7 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database, and Metacritic gave it a
So
51.
we just not
Look
gonna
at
talk about
Sam
that.
bringing our average down.
So we just not gonna talk about that. All right,
I just hey,
okay. We just not gonna talk about it.
88% of viewers liked it on Google reviews. So
I mean, he just threw it out. Nobody said nothing. All
Ain't nobody say nothing.
right. Okay, I heard. I mean, hey, nobody said nothing. Don't worry about it. I guess.
Hey man, I told you, sneak stuff in and keep moving. They'll see it on the replay.
All right. Hey, I mean, hey,
so, all right,
hey, if you
Denisha, you
like it,
can
I
make us
love it.
wholesome again since
Hey,
I've ruined us.
hey, if you like it, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I know I should just throw like sausage party out there now.
Do it.
Nah.
No, it's not on my list. But that's what made me think.
If you put Sausage Party in this list, we'll just turn the Zoom off.
I mean, that would
Just
kind of
turn it
like
off.
invalidate the previous list. Like you
It
had these
it
great
would
movies, and then
invalidate
that.
every list it's on.
I mean, heavy metal is a cult classic, so
That's a
it's
good
to me,
movie.
I feel like it's a little different.
Where can you watch it?
Heavy metal?
Probably on that in that little movie theater that's down on Peachtree by in Lennox.
No, heavy metal is readily available. Okay, do not act. It is Amazon Prime. It is Hulu. It's not Hulu. It's Vudu Movies, Amazon Prime, YouTube, Google Play Movies. You can get on iTunes, and if you have Sling TV, it is available with their prescription service.
And
Or
Sam's
it's
bookshelf.
In Sam's bookshelf.
actually don't
The secret
don't
compartment.
own. Do not own heavy metal. Might need to fix that. You know what? Glad you said something.
It's a great family loving movie.
All right, so
Great
Do
now you're
not do
lying.
that.
No
All
one believes
right,
you.
so now you're lying. Now you're lying.
Like, don't do that.
Let the
I'm
everybody
about-
got that one. Everybody got that one aunt who carry a Bible. Let her watch it.
No. See, now you about to fry. You about to fry, sir. You're gone. That's it. Matter
I've
of
been
fact,
there
I'm
and back.
I'm about to
It's
leave.
all right.
I'm about to leave. 'Cause I ain't finna go to hell with you, nah, sir. God said I got one more chance. One more chance. I got one more chance.
That's it.
You ain't finna
I
take
will
me
use
down
it
with
good.
you. Mm.
Right?
If I got
That's
one more,
another
I ain't
episode
wasting
we
on
talk
heavy metal
about.
again. No, sir, not again.
We need to decide if we want to go to purgatory or we want to go to hell. That's another
Okay,
discussion
we're
we can have.
done. Are we ready for mine?
Yes, ma'am.
I done already moved on from mine.
I'm
Y'all really trying to
ready.
make this
I'm ready.
movie
I
out
want to
to be
hear it.
so
'Cause
much
you-
worse. Like I just pulled some porn out the cabinet.
No,
like,
mine's good. It's a good one.
goodness.
Please save us. Bring us back.
You've got death, you've got love, you've got finding yourself. It's all great. It's a great movie. And as a Leo, there is nothing else that I could pick.
Lion King.
The Lion King.
Of course. Of course. There it is.
We're talking about the original, right?
Yes, not that whatever Beyonce did. No.
Okay, gotcha.
So can we just real quick? Do we need to throw Beyonce in everything? Does that need to happen?
No.
No, you ain't here. She gonna play Storm.
No,
No.
she ain't.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh no, the hell she ain't.
Don't do that.
Well, I
What you
mean,
mean?
Will is. I think Will's looking at. We got this covered right now. I'm not sure.
Oh man.
That's the only way
Can
you
we
came
kill
up with
King
that.
Will off the Zoom just for making that comment?
Right.
I thought I made a bad comment, but no,
take his admin powers away. He can't do nothing no more. I'm tired of it. Mm-mm.
if we block an admin and we're
Matter-
an admin, does it matter?
Matter of fact, that's a bannable offense right
He
there.
negates himself. He negates
Just in
himself.
case yourself. All right, no.
Let me go to the Facebook page real quick.
Anyway, my movie had wonderful music. It had a great storyline.
Yes.
There's a lot of elements of love and friendship and courage and all of that. And it's
That's a great pick.
Yeah, Can You Feel the Love Tonight is one of the best scores in an animated film.
Just don't think about it too hard.
yeah.
That and you know, it had that other tearjerker moment when Dad. See, here we
do
go
that.
again.
Don't
Here we
do
go
that.
again.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm
Don't do
saying.
that.
Oh my God.
We just made it. We just made it past Coco. You gonna start bringing it up? All right, man.
You know what I mean? It's
Come
like
on now.
you did this. This is your fault.
Right.
I did. Like, come on, man. Why you do that? You ain't gotta do him like that. He's a
He
kid.
wasn't nowhere near that cliff.
He got his. Did you not see Hercules?
That's true. He did get. Yeah, he's skinned in Hercules.
Oh.
Yeah, that good point. Good point.
Okay, all right.
That still don't make up for your comment, though, Will.
Damn. I'm gonna take shit back.
Nah, you on the chopping block, sir.
I do recall when that movie first came out. Let's see. It was this, good number of years ago. I had memorized. I could sing.
I can sing everything right now. Like,
Just Can't Wait to Be King.
but,
No,
yeah.
no.
Like that song has been played. Everything's been played so much. I can
Oh,
like
Hakuna
there's
Matata, definitely.
a
Like,
few movies I can say word for word.
for the rest of your days.
Yeah. Jason Weaver. It was great.
That was my Timon. I had a great Timon. Couldn't do Pumbaa too well, but
The great Earl Jones.
Tony.
Can we talk about how James Earl Jones was in there for a hot like 20 minutes and that was it, but he still carried that movie on his back.
and you know what's great? They showed like most of his stuff in the trailers, and used him top billing and everything
Yep.
just to get that movie
Yep.
promoted.
Yep.
That's real good marketing. Like James Earl Jones.
It was smart though.
That was smart. That was smart. Cause like what was Matthew Broderick doing around that time? What was he doing?
When did Lion King come out? That was
Not 94, I think.
94.
Yeah.
So
What
when
was
did
he
the
doing
During
in
the
Matrix come
94?
VHS
out?
era.
That's probably about as close as a movie.
No, 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 no. Never mind, never mind, never mind. He Glory and War Games.
Oh, Glory. That was a great movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Never mind. I'm about to say, what was he doing? You know, he was doing
I mean,
stuff.
he was getting started with like a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
But what happens is you get like one good role.
Yeah, it
and
just
you
sends you over the
snowball.
edge. Yeah, he just sends you over the edge and you're good to go. You just kind of coast on that for the rest of everything. Matter of fact, does he even need to work anymore? Does he even need to do anything anymore?
He did a lot of Broadway stuff. Is he
He
still
did
married?
I
Big
mean,
Bang
but he
Theory.
has such a he had like although he can't necessarily coast on Ferris Bueller for all of his life.
I mean, just off of what he's done, like
Ferris
up and
Bueller, Glory, Election, The Cable Guy.
Oh, he wasn't that.
He did
yeah,
Godzilla and um, see, I said Election. Oh, Gadget. He did the Inspector Gadget movie. I mean, not that it was just the greatest movie,
Oh,
but
I mean,
Yeah,
he
we
sure
don't
did
mention that
though.
one though.
Uh,
but he's still
he did B movie.
he married to SJP. They
Yeah,
got
that's right.
they
That's
got
right.
good money.
Oh, so he ain't got to do nothing for the rest of his life.
No,
He's
yeah,
still
they
working, but
got
he ain't
good.
got to do nothing.
I mean,
Yeah,
he
they
He ain't
got
got to
definitely
do
good
like
He
nothing.
money
worked
over
for
there.
fun.
between his checks and her Sex and the City money, like they paid,
Yeah,
they
they
good.
good. Oh, you know what? He did like 2 episodes of BoJack Horseman. He's good. He don't care. He don't care about nothing. He don't care about nothing. He just threw that out there. He good.
See, that's how you know that you are well paid when you could like do episodes of that. Because like,
So
what,
I
was he even himself in that, or was he playing a character in that?
he was playing a character.
Oh, see,
What was
because
the
I would have
character's name
figured he
again?
would have
Hold
been
on a
on
second.
there
Let me
as
look this up
Matthew
real quick.
Broderick.
Let me see this character. What was the character name? Uh, oh, he was he BoJack's dad?
You know what? He would be old enough at this point.
Hold up.
He could probably have the dad voice. Yeah.
That voice.
Was he BoJack's dad? No, he was his grandfather.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he was his
yeah.
grandfather. There it is.
So he had to break out some acting chops to be grandpa. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Cool. All right.
Really?
So
Sorry, Will.
we
We
feeling
gotta
all
get back
good
to
and warm and fuzzy with Lion King. Will, what you got for us?
Break it down. Break it down.
Movie I got that I will watch on repeat at any freaking given time.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. Hit me.
And this movie speaks to my childhood.
Hit me.
The Lego Movie.
Okay. I was
Almost
not
said that.
expecting that one.
Everything
I wasn't
is
expecting that one
awesome.
from you.
I almost said that
Okay.
because I love that song. And then I was
Yeah, I wasn't expecting
like,
that one at all.
I wasn't expecting that one from Will. Okay. All right. I'm with
everything is awesome.
That's
Hey,
beat it.
Look. No. Hey, okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. That's good. That's good. That's a good one. All right. All
That's a great film.
right.
I would,
It's
if
so
you'd have
cute.
I'm
said
gonna
the
just say if
Batman
everybody
Lego
gonna use their
movie, it would have been
last
better.
pick as like some
Nah,
quality
nah, nah,
film
nah.
and stuff, and we ain't going with like some individual picks, I'm taking my damn heavy metal back. Okay, because there's another movie that could have made my list, and y'all just gonna hang me out to dry.
We're gonna do an honorable mention round.
Here's the funny
Wait a
thing.
minute, I do have one left.
Okay.
Tony's got one. Everything.
You're not taking it back. It's out there now. Just
I
You
stand
need the
by it.
stats. What's the stats on Lego movie?
Nobody wants the
Lego
stats on
Batman
Lego
was
movie.
better though.
Lego
like how
Batman was 100% better.
no,
I like
no,
how we didn't even have to go through the stats for.
Will
Hey.
Arnett is the only person that can be Lego Batman.
Okay, and he
That's
was Lego
true.
Batman in the previous one too. So
I like
but
how
that
we didn't
wasn't
even have to
long
go
enough.
for the stats for Lion King.
Uh,
That was
freaking-
just a banger.
Lego Batman.
Oh, everybody saw Lion King.
Yeah, I'm about to say I
Lego
like we
Batman
didn't have to go
freaking
through
was
all that.
good. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed Lego Batman. So bad.
I'm gonna just sit here and talk to myself because everybody holding their own conversations. So
I don't think Lego Batman was better than the Lego movie. No.
I'm good. How are you? Okay.
All right.
Oh.
I was like, that,
Used to like you, Will.
she hit you with that. What?
Hey, I'm surprised she didn't
You
go.
wouldn't even have Lego Batman if it wasn't for the
She
great
didn't
Tanisha, do this.
Lego
Go.
movie. All right, freaking.
Nah, you got to hit him with one of these.
That is.
You got to hit with one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, whip that hair one time.
All
Nah,
right,
give
so
him the-
Lego,
give him the hell-
the Lego movie.
Give him the hand and just get the head tilt. Boom, done. That's
I
it.
don't know who you talking to.
The Lego
Mhm.
movie you can find
Oh,
on
what, swinging
Voodoo
the neck over
Movies,
there.
Amazon Prime,
No one-
and Google Play
No one cares.
for $3.99. Also find it on YouTube. 96% Rotten Tomatoes. Okay.
You can also find it in the garbage can of most major retailers.
On Lego Batman.
But you know what?
Wow.
Okay.
Hey, my boy talking mad crazy over here. Okay.
And Emmett was played by Chris Pratt. Will Arnett played Batman. Elizabeth Banks was Lucy. Nick Offerman was Metalbeard. Like another
Oh,
one
I
of those.
love Nick Offerman.
Another one of those ensemble casts. You had Will Ferrell, Charlie Day, Allison Brie. Oh, Allison Brie was Unikitty. I do like Unikitty. That's funny.
Unikitty was.
That's a funny
Yeah.
little show. So good pick. You know what? I'm
All right.
gonna say if nobody else confirms, I'm gonna say good pick. Will that one? Lego movie.
I'll give you that. I'll give you
That
that.
was a good pick.
I'll give you that.
No, it wasn't.
All right,
It was
guys.
nice.
Came out of left field.
Lion King
I
had
appreciate it.
93% on Rotten Tomatoes. By the way.
Oh, we know.
Oh,
I mean,
look,
we didn't even have to
not
go
even
over
contesting
Lion
that
King.
Lion King.
We-
movie.
that's
We
just-
know.
Are we going back to Lion King?
Let me tell
We
you
ain't
something.
contesting no Lion King. Look, that's a banger.
Because Lego Batman didn't do as good as Lego
we
movie.
went-
You want to go back to Lion
You
King?
can't go
Oh,
from Lion King to the Lego
Yeah.
movie. That's like no.
Yeah, we gotta get. We have to get some stats on the Lego movie. We already know about Lion King. We know. We know. Ain't nobody
like-
saying that Lion King was bad. No.
No, ever.
Lion King is
Ever.
Disney royalty, so it's like if you had said Lion King, Aladdin, Tarzan, like there's a whole little list of Disney movies. If you'd picked any one of those movies, Little Mermaid,
Ain't
like
Nobody disputing it.
No, I'm not gonna pick the Little Mermaid. We can talk about that later.
Yeah, we talk about that later. Y'all is late. Y'all, I'm old.
I'm gonna make a show right there. Like,
Anyway,
ooh,
Tony
about to
got
say,
picked
like,
first.
she immediately
might
felt
need
some
to-
kind of way about Little Mermaid.
I'm
Okay,
about to-
She don't like redhead.
She
That's
gave
what
up
it
her
is.
voice for some dudes she seen on the beat. Like, come on.
I've
It is
seen crazy.
love.
I've seen crazier nowadays. I don't know, man.
okay,
I've seen girls
come
give
back
up a
to that
little, like
and
a little bit more than that.
We'll talk about it
That's-
later. It's
I
Tony's
want,
That's
yeah,
another
I want to
conversation.
explore that a little bit more. That's
No,
okay.
not tonight. Not
Not-
tonight.
no,
Y'all
like I
talk
said,
about
next
that.
night.
the whole thing about
We'll come back. Okay, I know you got.
Yeah,
it.
we gotta
You got
get
this.
Tony his time to shine. Let's go. I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
come on, bring it home.
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
so myself, I like the darker, grittier versions of the known universes. So mine comes from the Justice League, but it's not the one you think of. It's
Ooh,
Justice League Dark, but not the
Okay.
regular one. It's Apocalypse War.
Okay.
It's that version. So I don't know if you've seen it. In this universe,
That is
Dark Side.
available right now on
Dark-
the DC Universe app.
Superman has kryptonite poisoning. So we already know that the main man of the Justice League is Superman. He is the cog that makes everything turn. You take him out, you take away the power. That's just all it is. So he takes out Superman. He also has parademons that he combined with Doomsday. He captured the Justice League, made them his minions, and made them half mechanical beings like Cyborg.
And he attached Cyborg to the source. Like this is
He
one of
attacked
those.
Cyborg to the source wall.
This is one of
I
those
mean,
like we may have to take a
he got
moment and geek out to like
nasty.
break this down, answer a bunch of questions. But yeah, I would definitely say check that out. Justice League Dark
He
Apocalypse War.
And the thing is, even near the end, they had, the special guest that had to come in because, Raven has her issues as it is. And they
Mm-hmm.
had to call in big guns to fight Darkseid. That's how powerful he was in this one. It wasn't like Superman could handle it. No, he couldn't. He couldn't. When they went head up, he had that one shiny moment, and the Darkseid said, "Nah, let me explain something to you. You my bitch." That's what he said, and he put it to him. You can't even say he didn't.
No,
But
now
huh?
maybe we watched a
Huh?
different movie. I don't know.
Don't make me go get my hard drive and pull it up.
I mean, I
Because
share it on the
before
screen
he
right now with my
merged,
DC Universe app.
before
I just watched this.
before he merged, Darkseid had the upper hand. Before Superman merged and
Okay,
got more powerful.
so let's say when Constantine pulled him out, did the little
Yep.
crystal bit. Remember, somebody was kind of in their feelings about how. Now, did you notice? Maybe you didn't catch this. Did you notice which Superman that was?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the little streak of gray on the sides?
It does not matter. He wasn't up. He was not going to win that fight. He
It
was
didn't
not.
look like Darkseid was just winning that fight.
Superman was not going to win that fight. Just admit it to yourself.
No, you need to admit it. Look, the special
Look,
guest you talked
he is
about,
he has stole Batman and made him just Morbius. I mean, come on now.
the
Come on
special
now.
guest you talked about, looked at him and said, "I'm taking over now, unless you want to fight me for the right."
And that's what happened. Superman's like, nah, you got this.
So that means that
Because
Superman wouldn't have been able to
he
take
knew he
out the
couldn't match
special
up.
guest, but
He
he
couldn't
was
take
going
out the
toe to toe with him at
Space
that point.
or Darkseid.
You
He
know
couldn't
what?
take out either one of them.
You all can go back and watch it for yourselves, and you can make the determination. I'm saying he was obviously able to hang with him, and he was putting things on him. And
I didn't say he couldn't hang. He wasn't gonna win. It's like when what was that? Where he had the Black Mercy on him when he came out, he fought Mongol. And he had that one moment and then Mongol stood up and put him down. He one punched him. Or when he fought Darkseid, when Darkseid was merged with Brainiac, he said, "Now I get to fight you with all the power I have." He hit him across the city, and the next thing you know, what happened? He got put down. Superman does not match up with Darkseid. I know that's your boy, but Darkseid is one of them beings that it takes more than one to take him out.
well, I mean,
Superman is
he
all
made Batman a
powerful, but
bitch the
it's
whole movie,
still
but
Dark.
that's not the point.
He's probably just talking about if the movie good.
Oh, it was great. It was great.
Fantastic.
Y'all can
Now
argue that point later.
that lead in that he gave me, like he started to make me think that he was gonna say Justice League, Gods and Monsters.
I was thinking about that one,
That one was
but I'm
good.
like,
I actually remember that one.
I
See,
don't know
and
if people
Justice
have
League
seen
War,
Apocalypse War.
Justice League War is what was on my list because that was the one that actually helped create the Justice League.
That was the soft reboot thing.
Right, that was the new 52 version
Right.
animated movie, but they did a very good job. They had some great lines in that one. Um,
You want to bet?
but yeah, Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. That's one of those like that was very Suicide Squad and like don't get attached to nobody in this movie.
Everybody is up for it because you had the Suicide Squad was in it too.
And just the way they went about what they went about, they was giving it to you. So you
And we gotta say, Flash. Flash had something to do with it.
oh yeah
He
they
did.
Flash always got something to do with it.
It
Goddamn.
it it talks about it at the end of the movie, but yeah,
you giving
he
away a
did
lot.
something again.
Stop.
Oh, they gonna watch it anyway.
Even so, don't let it
It's
have the
better than
same
Lego.
effect. Let it have the same effect. That Lego had.
He just wanted to say that.
It's my face.
Wanted to say that.
I'm
Put
sitting
your face on the screen, then what?
your
So-
frozen ass on the screen.
All right, thank you for watching.
It's like, yeah, let me adjust that real quick. Okay, but that is actually a hell of a list of movies. Um,
We ain't getting the comedy tonight. We're gonna do another video for that.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
All right,
not doing
letting
nothing.
y'all know now.
yeah, we'll have to do. I mean, we've got a whole selection of categories to go through. Tonight was just the animated, and we covered some anime. We covered just some animated movies. But other categories that we have are, obviously we've got like the comedy, we've got action, things like that. We had a whole category. I'm trying to get those pulled up real quick so I can make sure I'm reading them
horror,
properly.
drama,
Horror, comedy, action,
sci-fi,
sci-fi, drama.
nostalgia, geek.
That drama one's gonna be difficult for me.
Oh, that
Yeah,
I better be
it
on that
shouldn't.
one
It
because that was
shouldn't be.
mine.
Better win that one.
No, I said I better be on that one
Well, we
Oh
got
yeah,
to
you
know
gonna be
your
on that one.
schedule.
You gonna be
We gotta.
leading.
because I.
We starting with you.
That's what I say. Yeah,
I
That's
mean,
fine.
honestly, it,
that's
it would
probably gonna be.
appear that her schedule is not the issue because she was available to record last night. She was available tonight, so it's not her schedule. I will let you all know my schedule, and we will discuss this, and it will be very clear.
We
I
working
won't,
off your schedule, obviously.
I won't put anything. I mean, as
Unless
soon as
Anita decides to have some orange chicken or something for dinner.
it looked to me,
Did you
I
stop
still don't know what
I'm
listening?
a,
that
I'm a,
means.
I'm gonna
I
just
don't know what
watch
that
the
means.
replay. I'm gonna just watch the replay because nobody explaining nothing to me.
Nobody explains it to me either.
so here's the
Oh,
thing.
we didn't record that.
No, that was just our
I'll,
live
I'll
chat
explain that to
discussion
you
there.
offline.
I
But
was about
Okay.
to say that's a.
All right.
yeah, that's
Just
a
send me a message.
also, if I will, let me just put this out there. We saw when we did our Zoom call before this, David seems to have his OBS studio worked out very well. I will I will like share the folder that has all the little stuff that I use. Y'all can get David to host it. His schedule might be a little bit more accommodating. If anybody else want to learn OBS, by all means, I would love to have more content available so that you all are not just restricted to my schedule. I think the viewers would love that. I would love that. So we will discuss that,
Well, we can get
not
something
on
working.
tape, but anyway, anybody who is here, if you get to this point, we thank you for watching this. Of course, we're going to ask that you make sure to like and subscribe. You have a great selection of movies, and you have the movie Heavy Metal as well. Uh, so since everybody else had such great picks, and then here's my damn Heavy Metal, I don't care. I liked it. It was a
You
lot
gotta
of
you gotta
fun,
get one degenerate in there.
and
You
I
gotta
grew
get
up
one
with
Yeah.
it.
degenerate movie
You know
in
what I'm
there.
saying? But I would just want to go on record as saying that I had Justice League War, Flashpoint, Akira, Ninja Scroll, Fist of the North Star, Toy Story. I substituted in because some of my other ones got picked. So I got some real selections, but Heavy Metal does still make the list, and I'm still gonna stand by it. Anyway, we thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Click the little QR code in the corner to get to the group. You can join us there and see all the other content that we share. And hey, it's been fun. We appreciate it. All right. Peace. We will put the advertisement screen up there, and we are out. Which one was it? It was